Hmm. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, we're just looking at some stuff here as I'm trying to figure out why people that are subscribed to the channel are still getting ads. I don't want that, and I thought I had turned that all off. We'll have to play with this at a later date. Figure out what the hell is going wrong with that. Anyways, hello, welcome back. Knights of the Old Republic. Last time we had just finished up Manaan. Get this sorted out, and we should be good to go. We just finished up Manaan. We'd finished up Kashyyyk. We've got 2 star maps down, and in between parts... Oh, actually, I loaded the wrong save, probably. Aha, I did. I wanted to show off HK47's unique dialogue. So I used a save editor, because in order to get HK47's unique dialogue, you have to have a repair skill of at least 17, and that includes all of your modifiers and everything else. But repair is a cross-class skill for every class except, I believe it's Scout. It's either Scout or Scoundrel, but I believe it's Scout. Which makes it very difficult to get that high of a repair skill. So I used a save editor real quick, temporarily boost my repair skill up to 30, just to make sure I pass all the checks. Hello Thomas, how's it going? So now we're going to go ahead and get HK's dialogue real quick here, and then when we're done, I'm going to use the save editor to revert my repair skill back down to 0, and continue onwards. But I did feel like it was worth showing off HK's unique dialogue, because he's one of the best characters in this game, and a lot of very fun dialogue with him. And it's a shame that you have to have a repair skill so high in order to see it, because it makes it very difficult to stumble across unless you're like actively building your character specifically for HK's dialogue. So, let's show this off now.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Alright, let me see. Yeah, let me know more about your functionality.
Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all.
Yeah. How can you not know what parts of your functionality... Yeah, are you damaged? Let's ask him about that.
Answer. I believe I have been damaged several times in the past, Master. I have always been repaired, but perhaps full functionality has not been restored.
Okay. And is there any way to repair you?
Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however.
Alright, so I can restore your memory.
Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so.
Got it. So, how do I go about restoring part of your memory?
Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful.
Yes, it is a Mabari Hound. It's in honor of Dogecoin. And hi! Hi there. Oh, that's Bethany. Hello. Yes, Bethany's the artist that designed it. Showing off the emote there. It is in honor of my Mabari Dogecoin that I have had in all of my Dragon Age games. Apparently you don't get a Mabari in Inquisition, which I'm kind of disappointed about, but both Dragon Age 1 and 2 I had a Mabari named Dogecoin, so I made a Mabari coin emote. There's several more I have in the works that we're working out details on how we want to do all of this, but this is the first one we were able to finish. Yes. And yeah, I have been well. Hope you're doing well too. Let's try restoring portions of HK's memory core.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude.
Yeah, let's get started.
Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have restored a great deal of information about my previous owner, Master. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, let's hear it.
Recitation. The earliest memory of my last owner specifies that he was human, a low-ranking commercial officer for SciTech Corporation. I am unaware of his designation. He purchased me from an acquaintance I cannot identify for the purposes of protocol and bodyguard duties.
Got it. Why can't you identify his acquaintance?
Explanation. That previous owner is part of memories that are still deleted, Master. It is customary for droids' memories to be wiped when it is sold.
Is the man still alive?
Answer. Negative, Master. The human was terminated by this HK-47 unit prior to system shutdown.
What happened?
Explanation. My former master had owned me for a duration of 2 standard months before discovering my assassination protocol. He was pleased by the discovery. The human informed me that a competitor corporation was preparing to market a product that would ruin him personally. He was most agitated. He activated my assassination protocol and instructed me to kill all those responsible for the competing product. I proceeded to carry out my order.
Okay. Tell me about this assassination protocol.
Information. This HK-47 unit is complete with protocol that, when invoked, will set me to independently carry out a termination. I will go to whatever lengths, travel whatever distances are required to complete the termination. This is the reason for my combat skills. Advisement. Unfortunately, the assassination protocol is currently non-functional. You will not be able to activate it.
And why won't that?
Answer. Several of my actuators were damaged by my former owner. They cannot be repaired, Master. Sad though that is. My former master was unaware of this, but the competitor was in fact an arm of SciTech Corporation, my master's own employer. It did not take long for my master to realize his mistake. By then, I had already terminated 104 corporate officers.
Wait, you killed 104 people?
Statement. It was nothing really, Master. The majority of them were not even expecting it, and I moved very quickly. I do not know why my master was so upset, really. He was an officer of SciTech and a potential target, but I cannot terminate my own master. I would assume that being the sole officer remaining, he would surely be promoted. Instead, however, the human chose to go insane with rage and attack me.
And that's when you killed him?
Objection? Naturally not, Master. As I said, I am incapable of purposefully terminating my owner. That would not be allowed. My master was not a smart man, however. While he was screaming and stabbing me with a writing utensil, he managed to pierce one of my actuators. The resulting shock terminated him and sadly destroyed my assassination protocol. Pure luck on his part, I suspect.
Yeah, it was his own fault, I suppose, for ordering you to activate the protocol.
Statement. I was only doing as I was told, Master. I would have told the human the proper codes to deactivate my protocol, had he asked. I shut down immediately whenever my master dies. I can only assume that while I was shut down, SciTech was dismantled and I was auctioned off as former corporate property. Observation. No doubt my sale price was quite cheap, leading to Yukalaka's purchase. How very demeaning.
Aha, did they know what you'd done?
Statement. How could they? The vast majority of the officers had already been terminated. They likely assumed I was mere chattel.
Okay, well, did you recover any other memories?
I have recovered knowledge of some other actuators which will enhance my performance, Master. I will activate them now. But as for my own history, negative. It will require further effort on your part to restore them, if you wish. Though certain stimuli could always restore my core still, as I explained. For now, please excuse me, Master. I wish to meditate upon the face of my former meatbag master as he was electrocuted. I find it most soothing.
Okay, HK, that's lovely. So he gets a +2 to dexterity. We get an update on the quest here. I believe this is just filed under, yeah, the HK-47 quest. There is multiple stages to this. I don't know if it's actually rolling dice. I don't think it shows under feedback. No, it doesn't. So, we're going to make a quick save between each of these, just in case I potentially fail it. I did test this before the stream, and it looks like it all worked, but it's possible that it's based on dice rolls, so just in case I need to reload. There are 4 different checks you can do of increasing difficulty that will unlock a bit more of his memory of his previous owners. There is also his core memory, which is locked, which will be unlocked at a certain point in the story. If you don't complete these repairs before the core memory is unlocked, it locks you out of being able to do the repairs, and you never get this story element. So you have to do this before you get to that point in the story, and you have to have your repair skill at least 17 before you get to that point in the story, which makes it somewhat difficult to do if you aren't, like, intentionally planning to do that.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Yes, let's try to restore some more memory.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful.
Yep, this is the same thing as you said last time, so let's get started.
As you
Same
wish,
thing
Master.
again. And
now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have recovered information on my owner previous to the commercial officer, Master. Intriguing.
well, what's so intriguing about it?
Statement. It appears that my previous owner was a human senator on the planet Coruscant. A man of importance who obviously appreciated quality craftsmanship.
Okay, and how did he get a hold of you?
Answer. I am unsure, Master. Any knowledge of my owner prior to him is still deleted. The Senator did assume I was a protocol droid, however. I do remember that I was very pleased to be the property of a Senator. One of his assistants discovered my assassination functions later through questioning. The assistant was quite alarmed and told the Senator I should be scrapped quickly to avoid a scandal. Naturally, the Senator had me eliminate the fool.
Ah, okay, so we're not talking about a particularly nice senator here.
Observation. Senators are not nice, Master. They are either on top of the game or yesterday's news. My master told me that frequently, you see. I was most proud to have partaken in the political system of the galaxy. During the time my owner possessed me, he gained significant rank. Given time, I believe he could have become Chancellor. I even eliminated a few key opponents that he did not ask for. Freebies, if you will.
Yeah, you can do that. You can just go ahead and kill whoever you want to.
Answer. Certainly. Why not? I am an intelligent droid, you know. I see an opportunity, and I take it. And my master was most pleased with my work. Observation. I think he would have done far better had he not allowed his use of me to become personal. He set me on his wife.
Why would he do that?
Answer. I am unsure. The human was most agitated and angry. I believe his wife had done something that had displeased him greatly. I was to go to their summer estate and terminate his wife, along with whatever male companion I discovered there.
Okay. Yeah, did you?
I journeyed to the southern continent, but it appeared my master was not far behind me. Apparently, he regretted his activation of the protocol. When I found the wife and her companion, I proceeded to launch my attack, but my master interposed his own body and was destroyed. It was rather a strange meatbag thing to do, do you not agree? Naturally, I shut myself down, my master being terminated.
Okay, yeah, that's 2 out of 2 masters killed. What happened to you then?
Statement. I believe the senator's wife was unsure what I was or what to do with me. It was she who sold me to the corporate officer, an acquaintance.
Got it. Yeah, 2 out of 2 masters killed here.
Observation. Only so far, Master. There are still more memories not recovered, remember?
Optimistic. Alright, what happened? Yeah, so appears he got a conscience at the end.
Observation. I find that unlikely. Perhaps he was more concerned that the death of his wife would be more likely traced back to him.
Okay, well, what happened to you then? Yes, shut down.
Statement. I believe
Yes. Have you recovered any other memories?
Answer. As previously, I have found a few more programs which will enhance my performance. A most gratifying discovery, in fact. There is still nothing from previous memories uncovered. You will have to operate again if you desire to find them. With luck, I will discover the stimulus to unlock my core, and all this will be unnecessary. I do thank you for the attempt, however, Master.
Okay, we get a +2 to defense in addition to +2 dex. So, pretty darn useful. Let's continue on with the
Statement.
repairs.
HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Yeah, let's restore some more memory.
Affirmative. If you believe your skill, request.
Same dialogue as last time. Go ahead and start it with this.
And now rewire the last 3
Alright.
Access complete. I have accessed information on my owner prior to the Senator, Master. Most unexpected.
Most unexpected. How?
Answer. It appears that previous to my ownership by the Senator, I was the property of one Bochaba the Hutt on the planet Slaheron.
You were a gangster's assassin droid. That makes sense. Did the Hutts build you?
Answer. It does not appear so, or at least Bochaba was not my first owner. He purchased me from somewhere else. My memories tell me that, for a time, Bochaba was one of the most feared gangsters on Slaheron. I helped him with this reputation greatly. Over a span of 1 year, I terminated a grand total of 322 sentient meatbags. These contracts made Bochaba very wealthy.
Got it. You sound proud of that carnage, yeah.
Answer. That is correct, Master. I do enjoy my work, though my past owners have enjoyed utilizing my functions far more. Strictly speaking, one meatbag is the same as another. Anything I do is in support of my master. It was unfortunate but inevitable that eventually Bochaba would overstep his bounds. I had just cleared 2 Hutt households when the exchange retaliated. Statement. I was not even present when my old master was assassinated. I did appreciate the artistry behind his demise upon my return, however.
Yeah, how was he killed?
Answer. Allow me to say that I have little doubt that residents of that sector were fishing pieces of Bochaba out of their soup for weeks afterward. At any rate, I quickly shut down upon my master's death. The rival Hutt claimed me along with my master's other possessions. Observation. If that Hutt had only known my true function, he surely would not have sold me to a senator he bribed regularly.
You would have preferred to stay on Slaheron then.
Observation. It would have suited my character, Master. I have enjoyed my existence since, more or less, so I do not miss it.
Yeah, someone would have eventually found you out.
Observation. No doubt, Master. It would have been a glorious battle to end my existence with. I would prefer that to rusting on a junk heap.
Yeah, do you remember anything else?
Answer. Negative, Master. There is still more memory that can be restored, however, if you wish to try. As well, I believe I can restore several programs the Hutt installed to improve my performance. Yes, they are now active, contemplative. I wonder how many more dead masters I might have out there. A droid can live for a long time, you know.
Got it. Okay, so he now gets the ability to regenerate 1 hit point every 6 seconds, in addition to his other abilities. So now he's got auto heal, +2 defense, and +2 dex. Let's see if we can do one more round of repairs. For some more memory. Yes, let's get started.
And now
And success.
access complete. I have recovered the last of my deleted memory, Master. Unfortunately, my history is still not complete.
Yeah, why not?
Answer. As I did inform you, Master, the majority of my memory is still locked within my core. That can only be accessed by the appropriate stimuli. And I have no idea what that stimuli might be, unfortunately. Sadly, it seems my true origins will always be a mystery.
Got it. Are you sure your core isn't just damaged, and you're that eager to find your origin, huh?
Query. Wouldn't you be, Master? Here I am, surrounded by all these meat bags, and all I desire is true perfection. Surely there are more droids like me out there. Or is that too much to hope?
Well,
Objection? Oh, fine. Laugh at me, Master. Humiliate your pet droid. Go ahead.
hey, Paz. Yeah, no, HK is phenomenal. He has some of the best writing in this series. Tell me about your last owner, then.
Correction. That would actually be my first owner, Master. The first I can remember. I had completed an assassination in Mandalorian space, though I have no knowledge of what my target was or who sent me. Regardless, my motor function had been damaged, and I could not return to wherever I had been sent from. A Mandalorian soldier claimed me as booty, I believe. He repaired me, poorly I might add, and proceeded to use my assassination protocol to raise his rank.
Okay, so yeah, no one could resist using those protocols. There's no way to find out who set you there originally.
Answer. Such knowledge is locked within my core, Master, as I said. There is no way to withdraw it otherwise. At any rate, it seems that my Mandalorian owner finally decided to send me against Mandalore himself. My poorest performance, sadly.
Really? Why is that?
Answer. I was captured by this Mandalore during the attempt. He was able to reverse my programming and send me after my own master. It was quite distressing. There was little I could do. Needless to say, I dispatched the Mandalorian soldier efficiently. Once I deactivated, I believe I eventually ended up on the black market and was sold to the Hutt on Slaheron. My darkest day.
Hey there, Big Bird. Hope you're enjoying it. It is a very fun game. Did you just start it on Switch or on PC? Yes, he did kill. That's a good point. He killed that master directly, which is something he claims he couldn't do.
Statement. So I did. I am not very proud of that, Master. The soldier seemed very startled, I must say.
So you couldn't kill Mandalore then, hey?
Statement. With all due respect, Master, he is the leader of the Mandalorians. Perhaps my old master was foolish to send me after him.
Yeah, can you remember anything else?
Answer. There are a few Mandalorian implants that I can activate now. They will improve my performance. Beyond that, Master, there is nothing more I can relate to you. With luck, we will discover the stimulus to unlock my core very soon.
Alright, so 1 vitality point every 3 seconds and an additional 2 to dexterity. I'm not entirely certain if that means he's regaining 1 every 3 seconds in addition to the 1 every 6 seconds, so that he would be gaining like 2 every 6 seconds and then an additional 1 every 3, or if he's just gaining 1 every 3 seconds now. But he's now up to +2, some health regen, +2 defense, and +4 total dexterity. And again, finish this up here. That's all done. That is unlocked as soon as you have HK in your party. If you have a repair skill of at least 17 on your character, and that can include any modifiers you have from your attributes, as well as anything that you've picked up from you have any equipment or gear that gives you repair skill, and anything that affects the actual like attribute that governs repair, which I believe is intelligence. Yeah, I believe it's intelligence or wisdom, I believe, that governs repair. But any points you have in that, so when you basically go to this screen here, look at your skills, go down to repair, this total rank here needs to be at least 17. I did not have that because it's very difficult to get to 17 early in the game, so I just used the save editor to edit my save to give myself enough repair to show off this dialogue. And now we're actually going to go ahead and save over this. And just to make sure that I'm not using my repair skill for anything else, we're going to save over my HK backup save. Give me 1 second here to flip this over to this. I'm going to go ahead and reset my repair skill back down to where it should be after we've completed that dialogue. I want to keep the dialogue completion unlocked, and we'll keep the benefits from that, because it's one of the only things I don't really care for in the design choices they made for this game, that you're just locked out of using HK's unique dialogue unless you use a very bizarre character build. So we're going to quickly reset that, and now when I reload, I should be back in the game, and we've completed all of HK's stuff, and my repair is back down to 0. But HK now gets to keep all of his bonuses, and we get to see the dialogue. So I don't want to use my repair skill for anything else. We're not trying to use it to like solve any of the puzzles or other skill checks in the game, but keeping an entire character's backstory locked behind having an early game super high skill level is a little odd. Like, for comparison here, I've only put points into Persuade. My Persuade is at 14. You need to have your repair at 17 at this point in the game in order to unlock HK's unique dialogue. So you literally have to have bonus points either through your attribute or through gear in order to unlock it at this point in the game, unless you're playing as Scout. So, not the most common bits of dialogue to see, and that also makes HK a substantially more useful party member now that he has all those bonus attributes and stats. Another thing I wanted to take a look at, we did get some lightsaber crystals last time. So let's go ahead, I'm just going to real quick remove all the lightsaber crystals from everything we've got equipped right now. Assemble all of this. This is Bastila's, that's fine. This is, I believe Jolee had the yellow, and yeah. Bioware seems to like doing that, thinking of some of those really early Paragon checks in Mass Effect 1. Yeah, like, some of the Mass Effect 1 Paragon checks are like, there's no way you're going to succeed at those unless you've planned for them from the get-go. Attack and damage +1, attack +3, keen. Blaster bolt deflection +5, 2 energy damage, that's pretty darn good. Attack bonus, group droid 1d6. Okay. Bondar, stun. Energy, okay, so let's get a sigil and a Rubat on my main hand. And on the offhand, we'll get a, let's go for a keen and a Rubat. On Jolee's, we'll give him a, oh, the Luxem. So Jolee's going to be good versus droids. And we'll go Blaster Deflection. And we're going to give her, how about a stun, some damage bonus, some extra attack, extra deflection, and then the last crystal we have left will stick on Bastila's double-bladed lightsaber. So all of our lightsabers should be nice and upgraded now. I think we're all good to go here. I believe everybody is fully geared up on this. Oh, Dalbar's bowcaster, which I believe is currently being held by HK there. Anybody else need anything on the armor? I think we're good to go there, good to go there, and good to go there. Melee weapons, that's all upgraded. Perfect. Alright. Everything is about as set as it's going to be. We are all ready to roll on out and head to the next planet. I think the next planets, we have a choice between either Korriban or Tatooine. I feel like we have a lot more to do on Tatooine because we could start wrapping up everyone else's side stories. Also, we're going to, before we go anywhere, swing by Yavin 4, check in on the station there, make sure he's doing okay. as we take off from Manan and Otto City. We might be back here again for something later. I believe Jahani's mission eventually ends up having us stop back here at some point, but for at least now, we're all set. Oh, hello.
Calo Nord is dead, Lord Malik. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malik?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend.
Alright. My guy, that was an important console. You can't just go blowing up bits of the ship. Well, Darth Evil over here is ready to go.
Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
Alright, so let's see if he's got anything new in his inventory, if there's anything happening with him. Also, let's check in with everybody. Anybody have anything to say?
How can I help?
I'm assuming...
Sorry.
Nope, okay, she still just wants to talk about her mom. Karth,
Yes, what's on your mind?
anything about you? No?
You got
Alright. They've got nothing important to say. Let's check in with the rest of the crew. Jahani, anything out of you?
How may I be of assistance to you?
Yeah.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Yeah, okay, we can get a bit more about her past for now. That's good.
Well, I mentioned before that my parents had fled to Taris. Perhaps I can tell you about that.
Sure, yeah, go on ahead.
In the early days of the Mandalorian War, there had been fighting closer to the Outer Rim worlds.
And near the world that you come from, I'm assuming.
Cathar was there, yes. My people had a great reputation as warriors, and that appealed to the Mandalore version of honor. They sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by bombing our world, slaughtering my people while they slept or while they ran.
Okay, yeah, the Mandalorians fought dirty, it sounds like.
They swooped down from space, across the world, firing at anything that moved. They used ships in space to destroy all orbital facilities and bombard the surface. We did resist, and in spite of their violent attack, we did stave them off for quite a while. But in the end, we were doomed.
Yeah, why did the Republic not help you?
We were not members of the Republic. Cathar was beyond the edge of the Republic, in the Outer Rim. And besides, they could not have known. Our interstellar communications were the first things the Mandalores hit. All other short-range communicators were jammed. We were on our own. We knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the first war against Exar Kun and the Sith. We knew there would be no mercy for us. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few ships remained and send them off into space as fast as they could. Most did not make it.
Yeah, so you survived.
My parents carried me as a baby with them and were lucky enough to escape. They fled as far as they were able and eventually settled on Taris. They could stand running no further, I think. But Taris was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans, intolerant of other species, it made everyday life unnecessarily hard.
Yeah, how did your family cope with it?
My father turned to stimulants. He spent much of his time in local bars and dives. But we are warriors. It runs through our blood. And when he was on stims, he became foolish. He let his warrior nature get the best of him. So he would get intoxicated, and he would fight. And finally, one day, he would die.
That's unfortunate.
I don't need your sarcasm or your pity. He died at the hands of another, killed by a man who provoked him into a fight and killed him like an animal. I am sorry. I cannot talk about this any longer right now.
Okay, that's fair. Let's see if she wants to talk about it anymore now. It's been like 30 seconds.
How may I be of What is it you...
Yeah, okay, she's fine with talking about it now.
After my father died, my mother was left to support me alone. A single non-human woman, living in one of the worst, most violent slums on Taris. It was not easy for her.
People get over their, like, I don't want to talk about this anymore right now, alarmingly fast in this game. Anyways, yes, carry on.
When my father was killed, it seemed that something in her began to die as well. She worked as hard as she was able. But over time, she began to waste away. I later learned that she was unable to get enough money to feed both of us, and had to start borrowing from the exchange, a band of cutthroats and smugglers. But even that was not enough. She hid what she was doing from me. She gave most of her food to me so that I would be strong, but she herself was suffering deeply from it. In the end, she could go on no longer, and collapsed at the cantina where she worked one day.
Did she die?
She never recovered. There was nothing really that I could do for her. She left me no money, and no doctor would see her without being paid first. I sat by her bed for days as she lay there dying. I never want that to happen to someone I care about ever again. But there was still the money she had borrowed. She had never paid it back and made no provisions for her death. You must understand. The exchange is brutal. They care nothing for the life of a sentient being. They are the major suppliers of slaves on Taris.
So they captured you then?
They thought it would be appropriate that, with my mother owing them money, the debt should be passed on to me. And with no way to pay, they took me by force. You have no idea what it is like to be bound like a beast and treated as such. It was the worst time of my life. They treated me like livestock. They were waiting for a buyer to give them some credits for me when the Jedi came to fight the Mandalorians.
And the Jedi freed you?
The Jedi could not abide by what they saw there, and drove the exchange from the face of the world, freeing those of us imprisoned there. But the Jedi soon left to fight their war, and I was left with a dream.
What was the dream?
I swore that I would become a Jedi. As soon as I had enough money to do it, I bought passage on a freighter headed for Dantooine, and we both know what has happened since then.
Okay, yeah, you became a Jedi.
I am grateful to you for having given me the opportunity to fulfill my dream, rather than become what I hated. Someday, I may make it up to you, but for now, let us keep on the task at hand.
Got it. Okay, so we got a bit more of her backstory there. Is there anything
How may
else
I
I
be of
can
assistance?
do?
What is it?
No, okay, that's everything we got out of her for now. Zelbar? Anything more? No? Okay, he's just got the same thing. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Let's see if Canderous has anything to say.
Yeah, what do you want?
Any more war stories?
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We raised whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
Yeah, you could have found another way.
I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
How did they redeem themselves?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
Nothing for now.
Your choice. I'm here if you want.
I don't suppose we can get any more out of him for now?
What do you want?
Yeah, tell me more about the Mandalorian Wars.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us.
Okay, you couldn't have won against the whole galaxy, that's true. If Revan hadn't stopped you, someone else would have.
There was no one else. The entire Republic had committed its forces behind Revan. The Sith had retreated back to their empire, and there were none else strong enough to challenge us. It looked like the entire galaxy was within our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor V. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
The Malachor V is an important planet to note. That is going to show up again in KOTOR 2, and it actually got brought back in Star Wars Rebels. If you've watched that, Malachor V is a notable planet from that series. But yeah, you did eventually lose. What happened in the battle?
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Yeah, why didn't you retreat? I mean, I already know, because the Mandalorians don't believe retreating is an honorable option.
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know?
Nothing for now. Does he have anything else to say?
What do you...
Nope. Alright. I believe that's all the dialogue we can get for now out of pretty much everybody. Let's check with Jolee here real quick and see if he has anything for us.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Yeah, you mentioned something about your wife before.
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't mean to pry, but...
Yes, you do. You may mean well enough, but my private affairs are just that. Private. Let me tell you something. Once you've lived as many years as I have, you'll have yourself a long, long list of memories. If you're lucky, most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're really unlucky, some will be so bad you never want to be reminded of them again, ever. You'll go far away, to a place that doesn't hold any memories at all. And there you'll be happy just to forget and be forgotten.
Is that why you went to Kashyyyk?
Partly, maybe. I doubt I could ever explain it to you fully, even if I wanted to. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love? Truly in love, I mean, and not simple infatuation.
Well...
Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be women in your life. Perhaps many women. But if you're fortunate, you'll find love once. The Jedi, with their damnable sense of overcaution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, anyone who's even partially alive knows that's not true.
Okay. Yeah, aren't you worried about the dark side at all? And then that's what I've always thought.
Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I know of love anymore? I'm just a lonely old man who's not even a Jedi.
Yeah. I want to hear what you have to say.
You do you? I wouldn't listen too closely. I'm no authority on anything. I just think that the greatest things in life shouldn't be avoided because they come with a few complications. Love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret as it does joy. I suppose there are perfect, eternal loves out there, but I haven't seen any. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character. What determines the dark side's hold over you.
Gotcha. So maybe the Jedi just think you shouldn't take that risk. So what happened between you and your wife then?
I haven't changed my mind. I'm still not going to talk about it. You go and find your own love if you want to know so badly. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you and the one you love simply aren't meant to be together. The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight and when it's time to part ways. There I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody blast me already. Let's get going before I start talking in riddles, damn it.
Okay, I don't know if there's anything else we get out of him for now. Yeah, nope. That is it. I think until we finish the next planet, everybody is as wrapped up as they're gonna be. Oh, mission's gonna be talking about her brother. That's fine. We are on Yavin 4. Let's just take you two with me real quick. I think they're both geared up. They should at least have their lightsabers equipped. Oh, apparently Juhani gained a level since she was last in the party. Get her awareness up and treat injury. Beats. She's going dual wield. Go for lightsaber proficiencies. We could go for flurry. Start getting that moving. Powers, we'll get that up. That up. There we go. Apparently she has another level. Excellent. Another power. We will go for Night Valor. Everybody's able to buff us up now a little bit.
Yes.
And we should be able to go and talk to our merchant friend here. See if he's got anything for sale that we can pick up. Anything new. It's worth stopping by pretty much after every star map. Ah, here we go. Not good enough, Suvam. We know you have more, and we want it now. But you can't just rewrite our agreement whenever you feel like it. The exchange won't stand for it. The exchange is in no position to dictate orders anymore, Suvam. Who's that? Stranger, you haven't been telling us everything now, have you, Suvam? Tell you everything? What are you talking about? I don't have to clear everything for you. Okay. Let's see here. What's going on? I think you guys better leave. You're gonna blast him, at least cut me in or something? No. I'm just gonna be leaving. I represent the exchange. No, I'm pretty sure these guys know who represents the exchange. I don't think I'm gonna be able to bluff that. What's going on here? They're trying to extort me, that's what. They think that just because the exchange is gone, they can take whatever they want from me. We are renegotiating our contract, Suvam. Yeah, I think you guys better leave. Or what, you'll force us? Well, we could try a force persuade to get them out of here, you know, alive. Let's try that. Force persuade, leave now. We leave now. We have not forgotten you, Suvam. Thank you for helping, but I really don't think you should have provoked them like that. They can be impulsive sometimes, but at least I ended up all in one piece, right? I hope that was the right choice and that that doesn't end up getting him killed. What do those Trandoshans want? I'm gonna give them more of my invention stuff I haven't even finished working on yet. Ever since Davik went down, the exchange has been a non-factor in these parts. The Trandoshans are trying to muscle in on all the old exchange businesses now. Maybe I can still work something out with them. Thank you for being here, though. It might have gone less pleasantly if you hadn't shown up. If there's something else you want. Yeah, do you have anything you'd be willing to sell? So, this is all still outlandishly expensive. Ion X weapon, Barrack assault gun. Yeah, this is all still just ludicrous expensive. Deposit heavy plating, defense bonus 13. That's pretty darn good for 3,000. Might be worth taking a look at when we want to bring HK somewhere. But for now, I think we're good. I'll save the money because we might need it later. There's going to be one specific item that he starts selling at the very end of the game that is going to be extremely useful. Go ahead and head back to the ship for now. We're all caught up with all of our party members, so we can just head right on to Tatooine, I think, is the next logical place to go. So, grab the map, grab Tatooine, and away we go. We've been here once briefly when we went to pick up HK, so we've kind of seen this. It means we won't have to do the dialogue when we first get to the dock, but we didn't really talk to anybody else, so this time we'll actually be exploring Tatooine a little bit more and taking a look at what else there is to do there. Also, we have Bastila's mom is here, and Mission's brother, we've heard, is supposed to be here somewhere. So we're going to bring both of them along. Oh, hello. That music sounds like we're going to come under attack. Yep, there it is. Alright. Six fighters. It's the same old minigame as it is every single time. Alright, what do we got here? Another one. Coming right out of the sun, making it very difficult to see him. Alright, we're done. I'm not entirely sure what, like, queues up those, attacks. I don't know if it's, like, when you travel to a new planet after getting a star map, if that's what it is, but every now and then you get a little attack. It's always the same minigame, it's always the same number of ships. Nothing too fancy. Alright, back in Tatooine, I believe they mentioned that the dock fee covered all future landings the first time we're here, so we should be good to go. I don't think I'll need to cover any docking fee or anything like that, so we'll bring Mission and Bastila with us this time. I might need to grab Mission's guns. Oh no, Mission's got her gun because she's dueling. We do have some levels available for him, so let's get that out of the way. Bastila, sure, you get that, and this. And apparently you got some more to go, so we'll just keep going down the same routes. Well, she's all capped out on all the useful powers. Let's keep going down Force Whirlwind. Yeah, that's fine. Good to go. Mission, you've got a pile of skills you can put your points into. Computer use is pretty good. Sneak attack 6, very good. beats... She went down the dueling route. There's definitely an argument to be made for Power Shot. Because with dueling, she gets pretty high accuracy bonus, so we could definitely go for something that reduces the accuracy but adds a bunch of damage. That makes sense.
What can I do?
What?
Oh man, that's high quality texture work right here. Let's see what else we got around here. We've already talked to everybody in the docking bay, so this is all old news. We haven't really talked to anybody on the street, so if there's anybody named out here, it is probably worth checking in with them. Like you, Sharina Fizark.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left.
What do you need? I'll help if I can.
Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
Okay, so your husband was a hunter who got killed. And you want to sell off his hunting trophy. Yeah, what's a raid plate? Where'd you get it?
It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back.
Yeah, what do I do with it?
Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits.
Okay. Yeah, I can't buy it, but I could take it and sell it for you. Yeah, perhaps I will buy it from you. Let's see what your options are.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits.
Okay, I'll pay you what you want. Here, I've got plenty of money, so...
Thank you. I hope it is enough. You've been a great help. I appreciate it. My children will too.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
Thank you for helping this woman. It may not seem like such a great thing to you, but you are making a difference.
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
Alright, very good. We've done our good deed for the day. What do we got here? We've got the Hunting Lodge, which is probably where we're going to want to go. We have... any other buildings around here? Sandcrawler Mechanic, the Zerka office. This guy's Footlocker, which I can apparently just loot. I believe they mentioned going and talking to the Zerka office was supposed to be pretty important. So let's see what they've got to say here. Hearing about this Zerka puppet, I'm not going to let this drop. You can't just murder a whole village. Don't tell me take my concerns to your corporate kiosk. I know when I'm not wanted. Yeah, what's going on here? Done talking in this office, they aren't interested in listening to me. I doubt they'll even acknowledge I was here. Typical corporate evasion. That's what happens when they own everything. No accountability. Don't even bother bringing it up. Okay, what's going on, ma'am?
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
I'm looking for a miner named Griff. Yeah, let's start with Mission's brother here.
Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll.
That's not convincing. Are you... yeah, let's try a force persuade.
Can you spare me a few moments? I have something I want to get off my chest. I want to tell you about one of our workers. His name was Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it.
Yeah, it sounds like him, so...
we would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him.
Sand People?
He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances.
So so the workers are all expendable to you?
Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job.
Yeah, is there some kind of reward for saving him?
As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please.
Fine. Let's talk about something else.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
Hunting licenses. Yeah, what's going on with that?
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
Yeah, there's no way to get a license?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do this.
Then you are free to leave the city just like everyone else. Zerka Corporation will welcome your eventual change of mind. Please, feel free to enjoy the door behind you.
Okay, so they're claiming there's no way to get a hunting license other than hunting down sand people.
Greetings again.
Anything else? Anything out of the ordinary?
I assume that by out of the ordinary, you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants.
Got it, so they know what happened there and they're trying to lay low. Anything about more local, yeah.
If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message.
Got it. Alright. I think that's about it
Farewell. Then. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Let's see if you have anything to say. Greta Holda. What is it? It's about the mining or sand people. Go talk to the Zerka officers. I just managed a storehouse. Yeah, what about bounties? Not my affair. Sure. Do you have anything available for purchase? Standard supplies. Anything notable? Zabrak battle armor. That's not terrible. Zabrak combat suit. Howard battle armor. This gives you a strength bonus, which is pretty useful. If you're looking for something... If you somehow missed out on, like, Calo Nord's armor, you need a second backup suit of armor. Say for, if you and Canderous were both hanging out together and you were both going down the strength melee build, this would be a decent backup bit of armor. This is a slightly better backup bit of armor. Vibro Sword, Mandalorian Heavy Pistol, Thermal Detonators, and Plasma Grenades. These are starting to get a little more useful. Save for half damage, 60 points of damage. That's a ton. That's actually really powerful. Alright. They made Thermal Detonators in this game, like, good. A lot of Star Wars games tend to just relegate them to being, like, your standard grenade, just because it's something that's, you know, memorable and everybody knows what they look like. But they're supposed to be really, really powerful, so I'm glad they actually made them quite powerful in this. Motion detection goggles. I mean, good skill bonuses if you need them. Sound dampening stealth units, some mines, a mesh underlay if I needed it. Don't really need any of that right now, so I think we've done everything we need here. If we decide we want to do hunting down all the sand people or we get enough gaffy sticks, we can... don't believe a word of what Zerka said, and there is always a peaceful solution to conflict. They're just lazy. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Zerka miners have been attacked by sand people, so the company Zerka Corporation wants them killed. They didn't ask you to do it. The sand people aren't animals. I've watched them. They're intelligent. There must be a way to peacefully stop the attacks. I know it. But no one will try, of course. You can't even leave the city without Zerka approval, and they want the sand people dead. Well, intelligent or not, they have killed people. And yeah, why do you know better? Perhaps I'm no expert on diplomatic situations, but I know when there's a lack of due care for the environment and the residents of it. What would you have done? The Sand People, it must have seemed like an invasion. There were no negotiations for territorial resources. I don't think the killing has been justified, but as a conservationist, I'm hoping that someone at least tries to talk this out. Okay, what would you suggest then? Communication. If we could just speak to them, but they don't talk, at least not in any language an average translator can understand. There was even a Jedi here a few years ago that couldn't seem to get through to them. I think that ended in blood too. I'm not saying it would be easy, but someone has to try. Maybe with a real translation droid, not those old protocol scrap heaps walking around. Pretty rare, even on well-stocked worlds, but I'm sure I heard something about an unusual droid in the shop here on Tatooine. Sure, I heard Yuka Lakase could speak a Sand People dialect, although he'd say rust is gold to make a sale. That droid, maybe you could talk to them. I wouldn't survive. Maybe with desert robes as a disguise, someone could get into their enclave. Yeah, where would you get robes to match theirs? I suppose you could take them off the warrior raiders in the Dune Sea, but there's no way I'd survive anything like that. Plus you'd have to explain why you killed their warriors for trying to make peace, but I suppose there's no other way. Okay, where's this enclave you mentioned? No secret where they are. The attacks get worse the further southwest you go. Then people die on both sides. Yeah, I'll look into it. They start shooting again. The fighting won't stop until they're all dead or until the Zerka leave. The one is as likely as the other with the way things are going. What do I know? Alright, so we've got a little bit of a lead if we want to try to sort things out with the Tusken Raiders without violence, which is... Again, at this point in time, like at the early 2000s, this was the first time the Sand People had really been shown as anything other than just a bunch of, like, lunatic, savage animals living in the desert. And we're going to get a bit more on that when we actually get to meet the tribe here. What do we got going on in here? Comad Fortuna. There's something you wish, human. Yes, it's information, if I can trouble you. Spare me the flattery, such talk is rarely sincere. Yeah, who are you and what do you do? Comad Fortuna, a hunter and member of this lodge. It's not the life for everyone, but I'm content. What's the best hunting? Whatever the best hunter is, try to answer human, but the only one I can give. Depends what you seek. Raid are plentiful and the spoils... the spoils of the sport hunter, dragons appear only to the true hunter. Patience is key. Create dragons hunt alone and their prey is whatever can catch their attention. Pardon me. So the dragons are rare, are they dangerous? Both rare and dangerous, and an honor to hunt. If you survive, you're blessed and favored. Respect them. Some try to lessen the risk by mass hunting with battle droids. I would rather hunt solo, taking the risk as my own. Who uses battle droids? I'd not speak of it while they live. It's their shame to admit or hide. They know the effect it has. Perhaps they will kill so many raids they may also kill the hunt. After that, perhaps the solo hunter will still prosper. Yeah, how long have you been at this? Decade 2? I don't enslave myself to time, human. There is night and there is day. I like this guy. Yeah, what can you tell me about the other hunters? Perhaps not as much as you would learn speaking to them yourself, even if they tell you nothing. The most obvious are the Gamorreans, however. Gruke and his crew are not the best company. They hunt, but often come back with salvage instead of hides or pearls. I think their prey walks upright. Wouldn't the guards have something to say about that? Dunes are far from the reach of their blasters, besides Gurki spends his money in company stores. And what about the hunters besides the Gamorreans? Yeah. Durak Keen is honorable. Tanis Ven is not so much, but I have no real quarrel with him. Alright. Anything else? Yeah, I'm looking for something. No, who knows the planet best? No one that will return your questions. Truly know the dunes, you have to live there as the Sand People do. Only they truly explore the land, but they attack without debate if you see them at all. Have you ever seen the Sand People anything odd? They carry nothing but weapons and bloodlust to them. Outsiders are invaders to be repelled. Once or twice I've seen them emerge from older ruins with sacks and other containers. I've always been driven off, and if I examine the site later, there's nothing left. Yeah, where are these ruins? Old storehouses of some kind, but you couldn't find them now, human. The sand covers all. Only ones who would know where they were are the Sand People, and you have to take it by force. Finding their encampment is easy enough. Walk south until you're attacked. Now, what about the Jawas? They may know the land well, but they're more interested in trading than talking. They scavenge to escape jobs akin to slavery. Their language is difficult. If you can get anything more than the price of a droid out of them, I'll be impressed. Okay, I think that's about it. I like Komad. He seems like a nice guy. Durak Keen, he seemed to like him too.
I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit.
Yeah, I just want to benefit from your experience.
Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out bantha pats, but thanks all the same.
Yeah, who are you and what is it you do?
My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays?
Well, yeah, how long have you been at this?
I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet.
What can you tell me about everyone else?
I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word, though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey.
What makes you say that?
Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there.
Fair enough. Let's go back to the first question. Anything else? Yeah, who do you think knows the planet the best?
You'll have to ask around. Komad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Good hunting.
They seem reasonable enough. What about Faza here? Well, a new face come to test your skill in the endless dunes of Tatooine. Faza's Lodge is the place to arrange it. The world may not have much, but it does have the meanest predators this side of the galactic rim, a hunter's paradise. Yeah, something to sell to you. Sorry, but I'm not allowed to even look at what you have until you have a hunting license. Circa Corporation rules. Other hunters all have theirs. I can't make exceptions or I'll get shut down. What do you do here? Hunting lodge. I purchase what sportsmen bring in. It's not a bad little job. Yeah, let's ask some questions about the hunting. You'll want to know how to get in on it. Just pay 200 credits for a license down at Zerka's offices. No license, no hunting. Why do we need a license? Yeah, you need a license because nobody gets out of the city without one. Zerka Corporation uses it to keep track of people. They want people to know if they step outside the gates, they're on their own. Only serious hunters pay the 200 credit fee. Once you have a license, I'll pay for whatever spoils the hunt you bring back. I have off-worlder buyers that'll take them. Let's go back to my first questions. Yeah, anything else? I want to ask about Tatooine. Anything out of the ordinary happening? In here on Tatooine or just in general, I've heard about the destruction of Terrace, don't know anything specific. Don't have much interest in either group, both act like they're above my concerns, and I guess they are. Anything about Tatooine? Not much to tell, it's a barren place, can't support much, but I've managed to get some off-world hunters to show up. Suppose there's trouble here like anywhere else, and you'll have to ask someone else about that, I keep to myself. Alright, fair enough. What about you guys? Kudos, what have you got for me? Hello, human, are you a hunter like the others? Not the life for me, but I admire you for it. Yeah, what do you do if you're not a hunter? He plays Pazik, would you believe? He is the Pazik player in this. Every world's got one. That's fine, we're not doing that. Tannis? I was told you aren't as honorable. What's your deal?
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it?
Yeah, I'm looking for experts and you seem knowledgeable.
Oh, of course. Who put you up to this, my wife? I meant what I said about having no credits.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask about you and hunting.
Hunting is a dirty and tough business. What can old Tannis tell you about it?
Yeah, how long have you been at it?
Too long. But it beats smuggling. You ever run into a Sith dreadnought in the desert? No, you haven't.
Cross paths with a dreadnought?
Hell, I married her. No, seriously now. I had this friend that crossed Sith space and got stripped of everything. It's not like I have much now, I guess, but I still prefer sand people to getting ambushed on unproven trade routes.
Got it. Alright. Yeah, you go on about your wife a lot. What's the deal?
She doesn't understand me. You know the drill. It's not my fault. She knew who I was when she married me.
Alright. Alright, I'm not going to play marriage counselor for this guy, I don't think. Where's the best hunting?
There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of sand people? These solo hunters are crazy.
You hunt with battle droids, is that sporting?
What do I care? I need to eat. I also need to pay for parts so the wife can keep the droids running. It's all about the credits. Some guys will talk about honor and stuff, but they still sell their plates to Faza. I guess honor needs creds too.
Don't you need to take more kills to keep your droids running?
I suppose, but so what? When that resource goes belly up, I'll just move on. I'm just a wandering spirit, I guess. I'm not real popular with the others, but they just fool themselves. They're in it for the credits too.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
Fine.
Yeah, if you wanted info on the planet, who would you talk to?
Who knows the planet? I don't know. I guess the sand people. I'm usually running when I see them, though.
Fair enough. What about the Jawas?
Smart traders. They've salvaged and sold me my own damaged droids once or twice. They don't say much I can understand. I think they're a little slow, but who am I to judge, huh?
Alright, well, fair enough. Have you ever seen the sand people anything odd?
Sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you.
Yeah, where did this happen?
I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough.
Fair enough.
Good hunt.
Alright. I guess let's check back in on that hunting license one more time. If she's gonna give me the license up front, and I don't have to actually, like, kill any sand people to get it, I might be more interested in taking it. What do you gotta say for me?
Greetings again from...
Yeah, hunting license.
As I said, we are no longer selling them.
What was he wanting me to do for a hunting license?
The sand people are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus.
Sure. Tell you what, I will agree that if I kill any sand people, I will bring you their gaffy sticks as proof and you will pay me for it. That sounds fine. I'm not going to go out of my way to kill any of them, but if you'll give me the hunting license so I can get on about my business, that's fine.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sand crawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
Alright, fine. I'll get to it then.
Very good.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not actually going to, like, go out of my way to harm the sand people, but I suppose if we get attacked and I have to defend myself, I might as well have someone to sell the sticks to. That is fine. What do we got around here? Do you have anything for me, Jawa? You remember when you were Sand 2. Okay. We've got a swoop track here. What's going on with this? What do we got inside the swoop track? Yuka Rill. What do you want? You here for money? I'll pay the hut what I owe as soon as the circuit is back on its feet. Oh wait, you don't look like a collector, you're just some kid. Go on, I don't have time for you. Yeah, I want to... Yeah, spare a moment? I say no, you'll probably hound me to death. Fine, what do you want? I wanted to ask you about something. Swoop racing. Not much useful you get out of me. Yuka Rill is on the way down. I can't match the young riders. How long have you been at this? Too many years. I've raced on almost every track, and all I've got to show for it is an aging bike. Is this the best place for racing? Better hope so. It's the last stop for me. If I can't get some decent times going, I may as well not leave. I wish I could use the destruction of Terrace as an excuse, but I doubt I would have ever made it back there. Yeah, what can you tell me about the other racers? Bunch of babies, all of them except for Zora. She's got goods like I never had. Good for her, I guess. I have something to say good about the new racers. It would be that Nico kid. He's got a future. What makes you say that? He doesn't fear the track. You get old, you start to worry about failing. He just lets it all come to him. And what do you think about that? Some promoter will use him up and he'll end up in debt like me. It's already happening, I bet. Alright, well, let's go back to my first questions. I'm looking for something. Who knows the planet best? I don't know. Go ask some locals. I want to know as little about this Dust Bowl as possible. Alright. Not a huge amount there. Garm. Hi there, you waiting for a slot in the track? There's a lot of racers coming through here now. New swoop jocks like me don't get much respect. Just takes practice, I guess. Alright. Got a few questions. You got a moment? Sure, but I don't know much beside the track. You even interested in the swoop track? Tell me about yourself. Nobody's ever interested in me. I'm the new guy, Garm Totriel. I'm pleased to meet you. Is this the best place for racing? You're kidding, right? Every racer here would rather be someplace else, but this is it for most of us. Terrace blowing up has messed up the swoop circuit. Most people are just looking for somewhere to keep their skills sharp. Sounds weird, doesn't it? Worrying about racing when all those people died? Nothing we can do. If I stick around, no work, no future, but Tatooine at least has this. It's my shot, maybe. How long have you been at this? Not that long, just this season. I'm still getting better, but still too cautious. Good thing I've got some pros to learn from. Alright, what can you tell me about the other racers? You should ask them yourself. It doesn't feel right speaking for the pros. I'm the new guy to them. Not my place to talk. I'd be nervous even talking about Nico. He's young like me, but he's practically a prodigy. Alright, well this guy seems nice enough. Race hard, watch for rocks. Fair point. I think this is Nico here. Who else do we got? Swoop Groupie, Swoop Racer, Track Coordinator, Zoris Bafka. There's something you wish, I have a moment or two while the others post their times. It's a racing matter, perhaps if you're interested in taking up the sport. Yeah, I got a few questions if you got a moment. Not too preoccupied with the track that I can't spare a few minutes. Go ahead. Yeah, what's your story? Zoris Bafka, I suppose I'm one of the more experienced racers here. What do you want me to answer? Is this the best place for racing? Perhaps not, but it'll do for now. Professional racers like myself travel wherever the purses are highest. It's no secret that one of the most popular tracks was lost with Terrace. Other promoters will need time to organize. In the meantime, we'll race for the smaller venues. This is almost a recreational stop for me. How long have you been doing this? A few years, but I raced under a different name when I was young. My early career was not very spectacular. Yeah, why change your racing name? It wasn't that big of a deal. I made the jump from one league to another and I wanted to shed some baggage. Don't waste much thought on it. It was purely a personal matter that has no bearing today. Alright, fair enough. What can you tell me about the other racers? Promising newcomers here. Garm tries hard and I wish him well, but Nico is the one to watch. Invigorating to watch him discover his skills. I hope he manages to remember why he took up the sport. What makes you say that? Race is not just about speed, it's a business and we're a product. He must market himself carefully. Alright. Sounds like that's about it out of her. Let's talk to this Nico kid. He seems kind of interesting.
Go on, leave me alone.
Oh.
I've got stuff to worry about.
He speaks basic. Anything you can help me with?
Racer stuff. Nothing you'd understand. Don't mean to be rude, but it's kind of secret.
Yeah, I raced on Terrace, so technically I'm Manon too.
Ha! Sure. Race your bike out of that explosion? Everyone knows that the whole planet is gone. Nobody got out. I'm not in the mood for jokes, thanks. I've got things to think about. You wouldn't know anything about it. Deal with that Hutt Mata and you will understand. Until then, I just don't want to talk about it.
Ah, okay, so he got into a deal with this Hutt over here, and it sounds like it went poorly for him. Let's see what Mata's got to say. Who are you? Nobody. What do you want, huh? Handouts? Go dig a mine, fool. I'm looking for information. Can you help me? Not interested in helping, only interested in racing. Got enough beggars through here looking for money. Let's have a look at you. Just a human, nothing really special. You race? Maybe own a swoop? Yeah, I raced on Terrace and I won the season opener there. I raced on Manon. That one's verifiable. Let's go with that. Great, except I don't care. Let me rephrase the important part of my question. Do you own your own swoop? Yeah, my bike's stored in the ship. Got a bike and you can race. I don't care about experience so long as you can get out on the track. If you crash and burn, that's your problem. I just need warm bodies to pad the roster between the pros. As a matter of small track maintenance fee, 100 credits. That's fine. Shows you mean business. Now you can use the track for recreational runs, or I can give you an official race right away. Tell me what you want to start. There's some business I need help with if you're serious about promoting racing. Yeah, what kind of business? I make my money off of signing good racers. Good ones, not great ones. I want them young and stupid. I've got one, Nico Senvi. Great potential, only started racing a year ago and loves it. He lives for it now.
And? Sounds like you have something special. What do you want help with?
What I want is simple. I want Nico to sign a contract with me, and I want you to convince him I'll pay well. Yeah, why won't he sign? The deal basically says I fund his bike and repairs, but in return I take a hefty cut of his winnings.
That isn't fair. On Terrace, you had to give a cut to the Swoop Gang sponsoring you, but at least the rider got the higher share of the winnings.
He knows it's harsh and he can't afford to go pro on his own. He doesn't want to give up racing. Got him where I want him. I just need you to give him a push in the right direction or a big shove. I think you should give him a better deal, yeah. You're not going to pull that typical swoop jockey attitude, are you? This is business and I know what's best. What do you care whether I make money off the kid or not? He wants to race and you'll get paid, we all win. Yeah, treat him fairly or I'll start rumors that your races are rigged. Wouldn't, that would be bad, very bad. Even rumors like that could keep me out of the pro circuit. Alright, I'll give him a better deal and make it back in the long run, I guess. You, of course, are not getting paid. I trust this is the last I will have to hear about this matter. Was there anything else? Yeah, let's get a race set up. Clear up the positioning fee. All racers pay the same fee before each officially timed race. 100 credits. That's fine. Have your bike brought to the starting position. Let's see what level of race we could give you. You go against Garm Tottrill's time in the first tier. He's a local boy new to the sport. Time to beat is 23 seconds and 90. Swoop Racing fans, we have an official race about to commence. Make some noise for the new contender. Alright, let's see how this track holds up. A few bits of random debris out on the track here. A couple rocks. Seems like a pretty standard track so far. $22.65 on our first try. Alright. Looking good. Passed the first tier and earned 10 racing bonds. Not bad showing for a beginner. You beat Garm's time easily. Take this with my thanks. We'll see if you can do any better in tier 2. Yeah, just set me up with a race. That's fine. Yep. Let's see here. Made it past the first tier. Let's try the second. Yuka Real, 23.29. Alright. We already beat that in the first try. So this should be pretty darn doable. $22.09, even better. Hello Echo, how's it going? Burning through the swoop races on Tatooine. Passed the second tier and earned 30 racing bonds, beginning to think it was a mistake to sign you up. Suppose you'll be up against my local pro attractions in tier 3 next. You already ruined Yuka Rill. Yeah, let's talk about setting me up with a race. Let's talk about that business with Nico. Not talking anymore. I agree to strange things when you're around, that's for sure. Nico's got the best deal I've ever gotten, so now I would leave so I can figure out how to still make money off of this. Now let's do the last race here. 100 credits. Level of race. Time to put you against tier 3. Let's see how you fare against Zoris Bafka Pro. Time to beat is 22.51. Okay. We've beaten this time, so this should be doable enough. Gotta be a little careful on my shift. Alright, we cleared it. That was a little close, but... Big payout for you. You shattered my track record and took tier 3. 80 racing bonds was the deal. The last I'll be giving you, I hope. You're too fast for most of my racers. Alright. Don't hog the track with wreck runs. I need my pros to keep their skills up. You depress them. I'm gonna talk to Nico now. What does he have to say? Estella, out of the way.
Oh, hi. You another racer then? I heard someone new was talking to Mata. Always room for more, I guess. Nice job beating my times, too. I guess my heart isn't in the racing. Contracts are distracting stuff.
Yeah, I talked to Mata about you.
I suppose you've got a right to know track business, but with the times you've been posting...
Yeah, I convinced him to give you a better contract.
You did? I don't believe it. I mean, I do, but I sure wasn't expecting it. I appreciate it, I really do. Now I can take my bike to the big races. There's not much of a circuit right now, but I'll be ready when it recovers.
Yeah, when do you think you'll be leaving?
Hard to tell. I'll get some more runs here first. I need the practice. I have to top your time.
Goodbye then. Alright. Let's see if we can do anything else with Lota. Let's talk about swoop racing. Yeah, set me up with a race. You've won all 3 tiers. I'm not putting in any more officially timed run. Sure, let's talk about the rewards. Huh. Well, what do I do with these? Track coordinator? Huh. What do I do with these racing bonds? Are they just like items that I sell? Hold up. Do I have racing bonds as an item in my inventory? I don't actually remember how this works. Hunter's license, very good. Prison key, I do! Issued by Mata the Hutt, they're honored through the galaxy. Each digital certificate can usually be redeemed for around 60 credits simply by selling them to any merchant or at any store. Okay. I don't know why they wouldn't just give me credits if they're just like flat fixed rate currency that I just have to exchange at a store. Oh, you're the one. You beat Zora Spafka's time. I have to get your auto print. Yeah, are you serious? Sure I am. You're fast for a human, and once the races are running regular again, you'll be famous. Well, maybe you will. If you start winning on the real tour, I want to be able to say I saw you when you were just starting out. How about it? Yeah, go ahead. Great to you. You'll be a fan favorite. Some of the racers sell their prints, but that's just rude. Put your hand on this pad. Thanks again. I know I'll be seeing more of you, human. Why do I feel like I just, like, gave someone my signature and they're going to use it to go, like, rob a bank or something? I'm going to be, like, implicated in some crime down the road here, is my suspicion. Also, I just remembered, we got our hunting license. We can actually go sell that raid plate that we bought off that lady. She sold it to us for 500. Yeah, I have something to sell you. Biggest desert raid skull plate I've seen in a season. Whoever got that was a skilled hunter. Got premium price. How does 500 credits sound? Yeah, that'll do. Do you have anything else to sell? Yeah, do you have anything to sell or trade? Might have something. Wouldn't be much of a lodge if I couldn't keep the hunters stocked. Jurgen Kalta's carbine. It's fine. Let's see the sell list. I'd like to sell racing bonds. Yeah, sell... Oh my god, do I have to literally just sit here and... This is a little silly. Sell, 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 sell. Alright, much better. Up to 20,000 credits, well, just shy, but that ought to do me much better when we're looking to do some shopping. The last thing we need to go check out is... Bastila's mom was supposed to be in a bar somewhere around here. And then we're about ready to leave town, I think. I might go stop by... Because we need to talk to the Sand People, I'm probably going to have to bring HK with me. which means we'll need to swap somebody out between these two. Apparently Griff is being held captive by the Sand People, so we should probably keep Mission with us. So I might bring Mission and HK along. Might be the plan when we're heading out into the desert here. First, we need to wrap this up. Head into the bar. What do we got here? Junix Nard, Ithorian Patron. We've got some Zerka officers. And there's Bastila's mom. Also, we've got Ganondorf over here. Sorry, Gandroff. A Jawa server. Who's this? Furko Nellis.
Well, a fresh face for the game.
Oh god, he's a Pazak player. I'll be leaving now. I should have noticed the cards on the table next to him. Jawa server. Let's see if the bartender has anything to say.
Huh? Who are you then? Only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum.
Fair enough. What do you got going on in Tatooine?
What, did some Zerka promoter tell you to come to this planet? I pity you if you were expecting a prosperous mining outpost. Nothing here but sand and more sand. There's a little hunting and racing, but nothing that'll make a small man rich.
Yeah, back to the first questions, I guess. Anything out of the ordinary happening?
Suppose you're fishing for a reaction to the destruction of Taris. That's all anyone from Off-World is talking about. Well, I'll tell you, it's about time someone kicked the Republic in the tail and got things moving. I guess the Sith are the ones that do it. Don't get me wrong, all those deaths were horrible. But war gets the money moving. Maybe they'll decide to fortify us out here.
Got it. Alright, well.
Yeah.
I get the implication that they somewhat wanted you to do this planet first. Because it seems like this seems to be very much immediately in the wake of Taris. What does Ganondorf over here have to say?
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. I saw you down near the track, didn't I? Or was that someone else? I've been distracted by what happened on Taris.
Yeah, no, I was down by the track.
Sure, not a problem. Might as well try to pass along some of what I know. My racing days are pretty much done.
Yeah, let's hear about your racing career.
Ah, something I know. Well, something I used to know. My racing days are behind me. Gandroff is the name.
Yeah, how long did you race?
Oh, well, past my prime by any measure. I started late, too. Not like the kids out there now. Some of them are too young.
Got it. Why do you think that?
It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some of them burn out after a year. They get dangerous and don't live long. That's not everyone, of course, but it happens. I'm a has-been, I'll admit, but dying while you're on top is still dying. I'll pass.
Alright, so he got out while he was ahead. That's fair enough. What can you tell me about the other racers? Yeah, what's your thoughts on, like, Nico?
I don't really talk to any of them. I know Zaris from the circuit, and we couldn't ask for a tougher lady. She's smart, too. I don't know the younger guys, but I've been watching Nico. Good to see someone doing it for the love of the race.
Okay, so he likes Nico, too. Fair enough. Let's go back to my first questions. Yeah, if I'm looking for info on the planet, who should I talk to?
Ask me again in a few years, and it'll be me. I'm probably not going back out on the circuit. There is one. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy. Well, you should try the locals. Jawas, maybe. Funny little guy.
Oh, my lord. All right.
Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Okay. Anyways, the real reason we're here, Helena.
Ben? I'm sorry, do I know you? I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
Oh, no. I'm not getting pulled into this. Yeah, hey, leave me out of this.
I'm sure Bastila feels the same way you do. She would prefer to be left out of it, at least until I'm as dead as her father is.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for Krayt Dragon Pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a Krayt Dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Oh, don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
Why don't you get the holocron yourself, Miss Helena? Yeah. Don't you want to find... Yeah, don't you want to find your father's remains?
What remains would there be? Krayt dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron. An ignoble end to a fine man.
What about your mother's sickness?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave.
I thought the Sand People Enclave was to the south.
Do please
Or
hurry.
southwest. Man, you all seem confused about what direction things are on this planet. Anyways. Alright. We're looking for remains of Bastila's father, the holocron. We need to find info on the Sand People. We need to find Mission's brother. Let's see if we find anything else that we need to find before we get out of this planet. First up, if we're going out into the desert, it would probably be a good idea to have HK with us so that we can make sure we've got someone that can actually talk to the Sand People in the event that that comes up. Skills, let's go. Demolitions and awareness, yeah, keep that moving. Attributes. Ooh, this is a tough one. I think we gotta go Dex, because he literally can't use melee weapons. So, go Dex. Strength is just kind of a wasted stat on him. I don't know why he starts out with such a high one. We're going 2-weapon fighting, it looks like. Alright. Keep leveling. Right, upgrade class 3. Keep leveling. Alright. Let's see what we can do about equipment. I want to get the blasters off of T3 real quick. Party selection. T3, can you give me some of your gear real quick? Let's get you down to the basic plating. None of this. None of this. None of this. Get all the stuff off of T3 real quick here. That's fine, and then we'll switch HK in and take a look at what we can do for him. HK, you are up. Right now you got Zalbar's Bowcaster fully upgraded. Another Bowcaster, right? Shundar's, right? Is this any better? 2 to 11 plus 21 or 716? That's definitely better. Plus 22. Matter of fact, it's just all around better. That's funny. Even fully upgraded. Not very good. How about we go for Bendax, and Karths. 2 attacks, 28-18, and reasonable damage. Energy shield, let's go for the energy shield level 2. Void plating type 3. We'll take a look at the shop too, see if there's anything we can buy. Computer use +6 and security +4. Shield disruptor and a stun ray will do. Alright. HK is looking a little more ready to go now. I'll take a look here at this Yukalaka's shop and see if he's got anything else. Nothing new in droids to show right now.
Objection. Worn out? Listen, you talentless organic meatbag. One word from my master and I will pull you apart, limb from useless limb.
Got a little hostile there, droid, haven't you?
I have always been hostile. Now that I need no longer rely on you and your primitive maintenance skills, I do not need to hide it.
Very well, just keep away from me then. I'm just an honest businessman. Yeah, let's see. What do you have in stock besides droids? I see your face somewhere recently, perhaps a hollow broadcast of the Manon swoop races. I may have a swoop part or two, I'm not certain. Wait, does he actually have swoop parts? I didn't think that was a thing. Can I buy swoop parts? Hello? No. What is he on about? Okay, wait. This is regular parts, that's fine. I can apparently buy red lightsaber crystals, which is a little strange. Maybe I sold them to him. I might have sold them to him. I didn't know that they actually kept their inventory that long. Interesting. Defense heavy plating type 2. Medium plating. Well, sensor probe, demolitions, advanced stun ray. I think we're going to go for the heavy plating type 2. Yeah, we can easily afford that. Just to give HK a little more defense. I think his defense is normally a bit on the lacking side. He's at 28. He's not that bad. Alright. Bring him to 33. Well, HK's avoiding damage pretty easily. He's also got health regen. Bonus to his defense. Oh, that's right. He's got the defense bonus as part of that. And I believe he had like +4 to his dex. Is that in addition? Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Dex +20 or dex 20 now. That's actually really good. Alright.
Ready.
Let's head on out to the desert then and see what we've got going on out here. I believe this Jawa also is supposed to have something for us. You there, of your kind, can you help Aziz of Jawa? There are troubles from the ghosts among the sands. Yeah, what is it that you want? Aziz I am, leader of the tribe that is mine. You are the same in kind, a leader that stands before your tribe. There are troubles that we have, the giants made of sand, they are horned ghosts that take us away. Giants made of sand. Yeah, HK, can you help me out?
Translation. 98% probability that members of the Miniature Organics tribe are being held by Sand People, Master. Doubtless, he wishes assistance.
Okay, what's the other 2%?
Translation. 2% probability that the Miniature Organic is simply looking for trouble and needs to be blasted. That may be wishful thinking on my part, Master.
Okay, fine, HK. Thanks for the read. Aziz, what do you need me to do? No help given by asking the great group that digs with machines. Now Aziz asks you. I ask that you find us and bring away from the people of sand. Then we will offer a trade with you. Long have we scavenged among you and those that came before. We have things you will like for this service. Yeah, tell me about where your people are. Maybe I'll help. Why have they taken your people? And tell me, wait, start that. Tell me those things that came before. You stand at Anchorhead, a place named and named again. You come to dig, but it was already dug. Settled over and over. Also, long ago, ships fell after battles above. Now we scavenge and find the pieces. Dig the ore and dirt. In time from now, we will dig you, just like digging those that came before. Alright. A few more questions, alright? Disease answers hoping you will free from the tribe that holds. Yeah, tell me about where your people are. People of the sand, sand. There's a place in the far south where they live. That's, I suppose, logical. The approach holds great fighting. Bring the tribe from in to out, and there will be payment in trade and thanks. Okay, so get his people out of there. Fine. I'll check it out when they leave the city. Fair enough. Disease hopes you have the luck you need. Alright. So, we're looking for missing Jawas. Okay, gate guard.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization.
Okay, I've got it right here.
Well, let's see it. Come on.
Here you go.
All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.
And we're off. Welcome to Tatooine. We've got some kind of large pyramid structure over there. Handful of droids. A crazy looking old sand crawler. And some lady right
Hello
here.
There. You're heading out into the desert? You're a hunter, right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you old boys always stick together, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift.
What do you mean by anniversary gift? What are you talking about?
Just a little something to remember me by. Something that symbolizes our years together. Something that will blow up in his face. Of course, he'll never understand how appropriate it is. He can't talk his way out of this one. He's not smart enough.
It sounds like you're planning to kill him from the sound of it.
Oh, I'm through planning. I just left him a little mess that he has to take care of. If he's smart, he'll be just fine. But he's not smart.
Okay, and what if he has a message for you?
Oh, I'll be long gone soon enough. The next shuttle to anywhere, really. I've had it with cleaning up his messes, repairing his droids. If he lives, he can try and get by on his own. I doubt he'll last long with no one to listen to his lies.
Got it. Alright, so this is the guy who was talking about having his wife always fixing his droids. Sounds like that's going well. Yeah, what do you mean by you old boys?
You're just another of his buddies from that hunting club. I know your kind. You all cover for each other, I bet. Well, he can do what he wants. He'll get what he deserves. I bought my own license just so I could see that he did.
Okay, well, I'll let him know if I see him.
I'm sure you do. Like I said, when you see him, tell him his wife Marlena says hello.
Well, she seems like a lovely woman. And I'm going to assume this is our friend over here. What do we got? Little bits of debris sitting in the sand. Let's go see if we can help our buddy out here. Come on. I still haven't seen any sand people attacking me. Hey, how's it going? How you doing tonight?
Anyone out there? Could you help?
Or this morning,
I seem
whichever
to
end
be,
you're on.
Doomed.
You seem to be doomed. Oh no. Tanis, what's going on?
Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I've been stuck without water for hours. Wasn't looking good. Oh hey, it's you. I remember you at Faz's place. Could I get you to help
2:37 a.m.
Please.
That, well, I would call that night. Yeah, that's definitely night. What happened here?
Well, it would appear that I've worn out my welcome with my wife Marlena. She fixes my droids. Fixed them good this time.
Commentary. One would hope the female is better at repairs than Yukalaka. I still would like to crush his neck, Master.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out. Yeah, she was right.
Sun rises in 30 minutes. What? Sunrise at 3 a.m. Oh, you must be very far north from the sound of it then. What do you want me to do? Sit back and let your droids do the hunting. Yeah, why would she do this?
Something about me not following her archaic rules.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Proper conduct in a marriage. I swear I never saw this coming.
Let's see here. Yeah, what do you want me to do
The
here,
wife
friend?
put a kink in my battle droids. They're in some sort of discharge loop. And if I move from this spot, they're threatening to blow up. She knew I wouldn't know how to fix them. Could you try to do some repairs? They don't care if you move. It's just me who's stuck.
Commentary. I say we blast the meat bag and save you the trouble, Master.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meat bags. Except for the Master, of course.
I'd, really appreciate a bit of help. Please?
Alright, let's see what we can do for him. Hold on.
Just access each droid's repair interface. You'll have to do some tinkering, but be careful. One explosion I can survive. Any more than one and I'm dead. Oh, and ignore the message Marlena left in there. No way do I deserve this, I swear.
Alright, let's see if we can get him out of this. We're going to save first in case I'd rather not kill him. So, KX-12A, B, C, and D. Start with A. Systems failure, group integrity threatened, running, Slimeball must die, subscript, authorization Marlena 1, playback a special message from Marlena.
Having fun on the dunes, Tanis? I made sure you would. Here's the deal. Your precious droids have trapped you. They'll hold you until you die of thirst. Make a mistake while repairing them, they explode. Have a good death. My mother was right about you.
Got it. Access system status and repair functions. Okay, so we can do automatic repair using parts. Our repair skill is real bad. Or we can try to do a manual repair. Let's see if we can do a manual repair. Node 1 reports Node 2 failed. One moment. Node 2 reports Node 3 failed, Node 3 reports Node 2 failed. So 2 and 3 are reporting each other as failed. 1 is reporting 2 as failed. 2 of the above are lies. Compare the logic to find the only memory node that can be correct. So, if both of these are lying, that means that they are both working correctly, which doesn't work. If node 1 is lying, and that means node 2 is telling the truth, which means node 3 has failed, so that can't be right. So if node 1 is telling the truth, then node 2 has failed. Or node 2 is correct, which means that node 3 has failed, which means that node 2 is also correct. God, I'm getting lost already here. If node 1 is failed and is lying, node 1 is failed, then node 2 is true. Node 2 is true, then node 3 is true. If node 3 is saying it's true, then node 2 has failed. That seems like a loop, right? That's a loop. Wait. 1 and 3. 1 and 3 both say that 2 has failed. Node 2 is reporting accurately? Hold up. Node 2 is if node 2 is reporting accurately, node 3 has failed. Node 3 has failed. Node 1 is reporting accurately, then 2 has failed, which means that 3 has not failed, which means that 2... Oh god, I'm going insane here. Node 3 is reporting accurately, so node 3 is accurate, 2's wrong. That seems correct. Wait, but if this is correct, then that's also correct by default. It's gotta be 2, right? Yeah, system returning to normal. Okay, it's 2. That didn't entirely make sense to me, but sure, it worked. The Last of Us was getting a remake. It's coming to PC as well. I did. I actually didn't notice the PC thing. That's interesting. I actually really liked Last of Us 1. Last of Us 2 was okay. I just felt the setting and the story wasn't quite as compelling as 1. It was good, but wasn't as interesting to me as 1. I actually streamed a bit of Last of Us 1 on my PS4 when I first got my PS4 back in like 2013. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. It was quite good. I didn't know it was coming to PC. I might take a look at that when it comes to PC. See here. The big thing for me from the Summer Games Fest was that we got a bit more info on Warhammer Darktide. I am very much looking forward to Darktide. Darktide looks super, super fun to me. Yes, access status and repair functions, enter diagnostic mode. Alright, data missing from prime values. Listing data 2, 3, 5, 11, 13, 17, 19. The missing value is... I mean, if it's primes, it's 7. Right? Yeah. Yeah, alright, cool. We've got 2 of them repaired correctly. Assuming I succeed on this one, we're all good to go. Power cell drain must not exceed total. Different motivators measure the same total energy pool as either 300 small pulses or 180 large pulses. Upper motivator has used 100 small pulses. How many large pulses left in the remaining fraction? Total pool is either 300 or 180. So a small pulse is worth, divide by 10, that gives me 30 and 18. Divide by 3 and we get 10 over 6. 10 small pulses to 6 large pulses, so 100 would be 60 large pulses. Yeah, we've used a third of it. Yeah, that's fine. So I can do this much simpler. We've used a third of the small pulses available, so the large pulses left, if we take a third of this off, would be 120 large pulses. Yeah, done. Alright. 1 more to go. Technically, even if this one explodes, he'll be fine. He said he can survive 1 explosion. Yeah, Last of Us 1 was really good. Although, one thing I did want to point out, I did look at some of this comparison screenshots. I'm actually not sure that I think this new remaster, remake, whatever, looks better than the PS4 version? Because they already remastered this once on the PS4, and when they were showing comparison screenshots between the PS4 and the new PS5 version, I kind of thought the PS4 screenshots tended to look better. I think they added a bunch of stuff like some more intense depth of field effects and some post-processing effects that I actually don't like. I'm not a big fan of stuff like depth of field and motion blur and all that, and they really went nuts on that from the look of it. 60 FPS is nice, that's true. And also when it's on PC, whatever, people are going to mod that game to hell anyways, so we're going to have plenty of graphics updates, so that's definitely good to go. Was the PS4 version not running at 60? I wasn't sure. Access repair mode. Alright, scanning module nodes. 4, 14, 11-14, 31-14, 13, 21, 14. Descriptive number progression corrupted. Determine the correct progression. How does this work? 4, 11, and 14. What's going on here? So it always ends at 4, 4. What is happening here? Thir 3114, 1321. We're going up by 1 by... That's fair. I'm still running most of my games at 1080 because I don't feel like paying scalpers money for a graphics card at the moment. So I'm still using a 1070 Ti, so I run most of my stuff at 1080 just so it runs at a decent frame rate. So that's nice. It's definitely a good upgrade, but I don't know if it's something that will matter terribly much to me at the moment. I'm thinking it's one of these two, because it seems like the 14 stays constant there at the end. I'm not entirely certain what's going on with this progression. Would it be... I feel like it's one of these two, and I don't know what the difference here is. Let's got myself buying a 3090 Ti for retail. What do I want to pick here? I feel like it's one of these two, but I don't understand what is happening here in this number progression sequence. We'll pick the top one. Nope. Well, whatever. He lives.
That was unpleasant. Thanks for your help. I'd have been a goner. Hey, and the old bat thought I was dead. You never asked me for anything, but I consider my life worth something. Please, take this. I insist.
Well, thank you.
Thanks again. I doubt any of those uptight hunters would have helped, and I doubt the wife is coming back. I'm heading back to the shop. I hope she left the manuals for these things behind. Ungrateful little...
Alright, well, we saved him. Nice. Let's see. Sorry, my hair has gotten inside my headphones and is driving me absolutely nutty right now. Let's see what we can do here. I'll take a repair kit, sure. We were looking for evidence of the sand people out here, or anything going on with Zerka. Take a quick look around to see if we spot anything out in the desert. Best value card ever, probably. 1080 Ti was a really solid deal. I got lucky in my 1070 and got it really cheap, so I was fine with that. The 1070 Ti is quite good as well. Honestly, 1060, 6 gig, 1070 Ti, and any of the 1080 series are like really solid if you're not looking to drop money on something with ray tracing and 4K support right now. Like, I would still argue those are your... If you're trying to just build a PC that can do gaming and you're not too worried about, you know, 4K or 4K or ray tracing, those three cards are your best option at the moment. Although prices are finally starting to come down. I'm actually looking at either this fall or tax season next year, dropping the money to get myself the 3000 series line of cards. The 2000 series was just way overpriced for what it offered because the performance wasn't as good. Like, if you turned on ray tracing, you were getting worse performance than the 1000 series. And if you didn't turn on ray tracing, you were getting about on par, which, I don't know, just wasn't worth it. Yeah, the 4000 cards coming out in a few months, but I'm sure, just like what happened with the 2000 and the 3000, they're going to be massive. They're going to be, you know, bought out by bots the second they come out, and sold back at like a 3000% markup. And I have no interest in spending, you know, $2,000 on a graphics card, so I will wait for them to be sold at something closer to MSRP. Although, hopefully that will drive the 3000 series cards down even further, and I'll be able to pick up a 3000 series card for a decent price. Like, I would be very happy with either a 3070 Ti or a 3080 Ti. I think either of those would suit my purposes just fine. Yeah, crypto can go ahead and keep crashing. Like, I'm sorry to anyone who's lost money on that, but that was the gamble. Grab some parts. I have a feeling, though, when the 4000 series cards come out, that the stragglers that are still holding out, hoping that crypto is going to turn itself around any day now, are going to jump right back on board with that and try to... Oh, this will be our chance to get back in on it. Because Forbes magazine will run an article about it or something. That's what seems to the loop that always seems to happen. Is Forbes runs an article and says, "Oh, look, there's this new thing coming out that's going to save the world. It's going to make the crypto market the biggest thing in the universe." And a bunch of guys that don't know what the heck they're doing decide that it'd be a good idea to go ahead and buy this. Mining team captain. I feel like this is going to lead to me getting attacked by a whole bunch of sand people, and hopefully I don't die. We're going to save first anyway.
It doesn't matter. Can you handle a blaster? It may attack again at any second. I doubt we could hold out on our own against another wave of them.
Wow, we found, like, the most Scottish guy in the galaxy here. What's going on? I assume this was done by sand people?
You would be right. Came out of nowhere. Wait, damn it. Here they come again. How did it do that?
Okay, we need to protect this team against the attacks of these sand people. Alright, how are we doing health-wise? We're alright. Hang in there. Good to go. Let's get some health back here real quick if we can. And then engage these guys. If that's coworkers mining Bitcoin in the late 2000s. Yeah, my friend... I had a friend back in the day, in like 2007, that like tipped me off to it back when it was still like pennies. And I kinda called that it was a scam back then. Although I do wish I would have thrown some money at it at the time. Like, I still would say crypto is just a scam. Like, it is running into a casino and chucking money wildly at something and hoping for the best results. Well, this is a problem. Okay, let's see if we can keep these guys focused on me for just a second. Alright. As long as they all keep chasing me, I think we'll be fine. HK's doing okay. Come on, HK. Get him. Come on, HK. Oh, mission's down, but we got him. Alright, we're good. Selling for like 2 mil once it got big, yeah. I mean, if you know, that's the thing, is you have to know when to get out. I guess if you get in early enough, it doesn't matter, because there were people back in the early 2000s buying Bitcoin for like, you know, under a penny a coin, and it's never going to drop that low again until it's like dead. Which I very much think that one day it will. One day it will be dead, and it will all have been an interesting experiment. I think the entire idea of blockchain technology itself has potential applications, but cryptocurrency is just a casino. Like, it's the same as the stock market. It is a casino, and it is going to one day blow up, and that bubble will burst. Dogecoin absolutely is a scam. That's why I named all my Mabari and Dragon Age Dogecoin, because I think it's hilarious. To be fair, I don't know if I can call that a scam, because like Dogecoin was specifically made to point out how ridiculous cryptocurrency was. Like, it's a meme, intentionally. Like, I don't... Is that a scam? They're blatantly admitting that there's no value to it and that it's a stupid joke.
Thanks for your help. I don't think we'll try holding this position for much longer. We're not soldiers. Did the company send you? It's about time they drove these animals out.
Yeah, I've agreed to try and stop the people. I have some other questions about the desert. Let's go about that.
I don't have time for this sort of thing. I'm through with the desert. You can take your sand people, krayt dragons, and crazy hunters.
Yeah, do you know anything about them?
They attack everything on sight. Well, I suppose they don't attack each other, but any outsider's as good as dead. The company tried to arm us and even set up remote self-powered turrets on the mining route, but that just made things worse. We're not soldiers. They still kill us and then take our weapons off our corpses. They even had the Jawas disable the turrets and set them around their enclave. It's like a fortress now. I don't know how you're going to break through all of that. Me, I'd sneak in. Well, actually, I'd just get back to Anchorhead.
Okay, so... I have other questions. Yeah, what do you got?
I don't have time for...
Okay, nothing.
Yeah, so do we. The Jawas will salvage it eventually anyway. Then we can buy it back and start over. Makes sense to me.
I like this guy. Alright. Anything in the refuse pile? We got some kits here. Have I gotten any Sand People robes? I have not. We need disguises, and the only way I'm going to get disguises is likely off the corpses of the Sand People. I'm not sure if I need 2. I probably do. I'm probably going to need 1 for mission and 1 for me. I'm hoping that we can just have HK talk our way in. But the plan is I want to peacefully integrate myself into Tusken Raider society as much as possible. I'm assuming these would be the desert raids we heard about. There's another piece of scrap out there. Plasma mines.
Yeah? Ready.
HK, you can do plasma mines, right? Yes, alright. HK is good to go on mines. What do we got in the refuse piles? Oh, hello?
Please help! I can't get out!
3, 2, 1.
We got you good now. We did a good ambush and you better pay maybe 500 credits now, you die otherwise. Yeah, perhaps I could persuade you not to do this. Why would we stop? You look pretty weak right now. We got you good. You want to let me go, you got what you came for. We let you go now, we got what we wanted. Yeah, we sure did. Gurk, they didn't give us anything. Shut up, we got what we wanted. Now we go. That's how this works. Yeesh. Alright, well that worked. Oh, that didn't actually do any damage to me. Excellent. I like that you can just talk your way out of that one if you have the Force Persuade. Just like, nah man, you're fine. Rumor Xbox is planning a Banjo-Kazooie revival. I would love that. Banjo-Kazooie was phenomenal. I really like that, like, old-style retro platformer. Like, I played a bit of Yooka-Laylee when that came out, and that was fun, but it felt just a tiny bit soulless. Like, it didn't quite have the heart. I suppose, you know, Xbox does have the original Rare team still sitting around there. At least some of them. Not many of the original teams left, but they've got the company. Hello. Small group of sand people ambush me. I'm still waiting for news on that Perfect Dark reboot, remake, whatever they were supposed to be coming out with. Alright, heal up. We're about to die. Hold up. Hold up. We're... Yes, HK, I know. Droid efficiency at its best. I got it. Come on, guys. I am at like 1 HP. We gotta keep running. Keep running. Whoa. Team, can you please land a single hit? Oh my god. Oh. New game announced by Dead Space devs. Yeah, Callisto Protocol looks very good. I never really played many of the Dead Space games. Like, they looked really good. I played most of the first one, but then the second and the third one just kind of came out while I didn't have a functioning platform to play them on, so I didn't get as much time into them. Why am I not able to loot these corpses? I feel like I should be able to loot these corpses. What has gone wrong here? Hold a moment. We're gonna BRB real quick, and I need to look something up. I feel like this is a glitch that I encountered on my last playthrough. I need to see if I can figure out how I fixed it. Oh, that's fun. Well, apparently I can't Alt-Tab and open up a browser window, so give me 1 second here to just, quit the game entirely. And people not dropping robes. I feel like this was a glitch. Sand people robes problem. Light side running around Tatooine Desert. Yes, none of the groups have dropped any robes. Did you approach the passage? If yes and still found, you could try to add them via console. Large group at the entrance past the Sandcrawler. Okay, we'll try that. Apparently the small groups here are not how you get this. I thought that was, but according to my brief Google, we just need to keep going. That's fine. I didn't think you wanted to do this. I was under the impression that if I went here and, you know, stood in front of the Sand People Enclave, and started killing their warriors, they would, you know, have a problem with that. Oh, is it this group right here? That might be it. Ooh. Okay, hold up. We're gonna let our force power come back just a little bit. And possibly switch out a party member. Might go for, like, Jolie. I'm thinking maybe Mission gets swapped for Jolie. Although he's melee, and that means he's probably gonna get cut down right away, too. I also wish there was a way to recover force power more quickly. A little silly just having to, like, stand here. Yeah, Summer, while we're waiting for the force power to come back. Summer game, best. I saw some of the headlines. I saw the Callisto Protocol. I saw the Last of Us remaster thing. Darktide trailer, which I was very, very excited for. What else was in there that I was like, oh, that looks pretty interesting. I didn't really see much else, to be honest with you. I remember watching a bunch of it, and I was like, there were a handful of things that were like, oh, this is interesting, like a game I already knew about, like, you know, a handful of stuff with, like, updates and then, you know, next-gen console patches and stuff like that that were interesting, but there wasn't anything that, like, jumped out at me as like, oh man, this is a big, exciting new release that I didn't know. Lord of the Rings game. Which one? I remember there's a couple Lord of the Rings games right now that I've been keeping my eye on. Which one was this? There's like that new Amazon show coming out, and there's I've been watching a bunch of retro reviews and stuff too of older Lord of the Rings games. Oh, Return to Moria, the like crafting survival thing. Yeah. I did see that. That looked interesting. I need to see more on it though. Like right now, I didn't see enough to know whether that's going to be something I'm terribly interested in or not. I never really got like big into games. Like I see a lot of people like, oh, it's going to be like Rust, but Lord of the Rings, and I never really got big into like Rust or any like that kind of survival game. I just never really got around to playing them. But I like Lord of the Rings enough that I might be willing to give it a look. Let's just start chucking thermal detonators, I think might be a reasonable plan here. Cancel that. Get a frag grenade. Yeah, I mean, COD's... COD is a franchise I have basically not played, so... I have, like, no investment in that one. I believe I played, like, the very first Call of Duty game. I think on, like, the original Xbox it was? And that is about it. Okay, why are there just, like, infinitely respawning warriors here?
Huh?
Acknowledgement.
But like around the time that I played that, I was also playing like the Medal of Honor games and like Battlefront 1942. I was a big fan of both of those. Battlefield? Battlefield 1942. Battlefront is the Star Wars one. But yeah. Those are the ones I think I spent more time on. Alright, repair kits, plenty of plates, let's get all these remains looted. Sand people clothing, Gaffy sticks. Yeah, this is what we need. We need sand people clothing, at least 2 of them. I've got plenty of extras now. We could dress up our whole party if we wanted to. Also, dear lord, why were there so many of them? This feels like it may have glitched slightly and just spawned in more than it was supposed to. Also, I think you can kill these and you can sell the, like, raid plates for a reasonable amount of cash. So, if we need money, this is an option. We can come back here and hunt. I think we're all set to try and head into... Is HK just going to fix himself over time here? Yes, every 3 seconds he's healing by 2. 6 seconds he's healing by 2? What are you doing, HK? Yeah, alright, we're good. HK will just tick himself back up. We need to get into disguise. Because I want to try to do this the peaceful way. A fair word of warning. This is real glitchy. Sometimes this works, and you can just waltz right in there and talk your way through everything, and it's fine. Yes. Other times, you walk in the front door and everybody immediately goes hostile and you have to kill them all. And I very much do not know what the, like, Tuscan time, we'll call this one. I very much have never figured out a consistent way to get this to work correctly.
Yeah?
So we're going to try to do this peacefully, if at all possible. Gameplay of Resident Evil 4 Remake tomorrow at the Capcom Showcase. Yeah, that one looks interesting, although I will say I'm a little concerned with Resident Evil 4. I don't want them to change it too much. I think they did a really good job with Resident Evil 1, or 2 and 3 remakes recently. I think those worked really well because it kept the like limited ammo and the tension reasonably well. They were a little easier than the original games, but it still kept the tension. One thing that I'm a little worried about with Resident Evil 4 is that Resident Evil 4, right off the bat, when you played it on PS2 or GameCube, it wasn't as like survival horror tense as it was like it was goofy. Like Resident Evil 4 did not mind being goofy. There was a lot of silly stuff in there, and the tone was a lot lighter and more just fun than the previous couple of games. And I'm hoping that they don't like just turn it into a generic third-person shooter that like takes out all the goofy fun elements to it, like Leon's ridiculous roundhouse kicks and all that. Like, I'm hoping the gameplay stays pretty close to what we had in the original game. Updated graphics, and we're perfect. You've got a 10 out of 10 game. Resident Evil 4 was phenomenal.
Huh? Sure.
Okay, we've made it into the Sand People Enclave, and they haven't immediately attacked us. Obviously, recognizing it as a sound that you're here, your disguise may have allowed you to pass the turrets, but it is ineffective at close range.
Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something.
They can stop at 4, though. Yeah. Yeah. 5 and 6 are certainly games. 5 isn't as bad. 5 can be fun if you're in the right mood and you have a co-op partner. If you're playing at co-op and you're in the right mood, 5 can be fun, but 6 is an experience. Yeah, tell him we're not a threat.
Translation. Result. I believe I have succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders.
Apologize for being here. Say we want peace.
Translation. Translation. He is expressing disbelief, as am I, but his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call.
Okay, so they're allowing us to walk around here. You can't seem to understand him. The Sand People's chieftain's tone is obvious. He clearly despises all outsiders. Heads up, I'm not going to skip any of this because I don't know when their dialogue is going to end, and I don't want to accidentally skip any of this dialogue.
I can translate with some guarantee.
Because if I skip something, I could very easily screw myself over.
Why he should let us survive this encounter, Master.
Tell him we want a peaceful solution.
Translation. Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master?
No, HK, I don't want to blast him now. Let's, ask what it is that he wants.
Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture evaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners.
Okay, that seems reasonable. Will he also tell us about any captives he has? That, yeah, let's at least try that.
Translation. Translation. He says you will get no more answers until you have proven you are an ally of the Sand People.
Alright, fine. We will at least try this. Let's get his evaporators. Oh yeah, Street Fighter 6 I've been watching since they first started talking about it.
Believe you, Master. We will will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the Vaporators with us. Translation: we are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back.
Okay. We're outside. I'm assuming, yeah, we're good to go now. I don't need to worry about what uniform I'm wearing. So I can go back to wearing my previous outfits, which I probably should have paid a little closer attention to, but I believe it was Calo Nord's. And Mission was wearing... Okay, wait. We can figure this out. Mission's got a +4 dex. What armor can we give her that has a max dex bonus of +4? None of them. So it's between these two. This gives me damage resistance fire. That's going to be the best gear for her.
Sure.
Okay, so I need to find a way to get moisture evaporators. Circa moisture evaporators. I'm going to assume I just need to, like, pop back to town? Possibly? Yeah, if we just walk all the way back to town. Street Fighter 6 should be quite fun. I haven't played many of the Street Fighter games. Fighting games weren't something I spent a lot of time on. I enjoyed some of the Mortal Kombat games. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends that have very similar tastes in video games to me, really enjoyed Soul Calibur. The only Soul Calibur I played was Soul Calibur 6, and I thought it was okay, but then everyone was like, oh yeah, Soul Calibur 6 is not a very good Soul Calibur game. So maybe I just played the wrong one. And I would have really loved all the other ones. I don't know. Oh, these things are very strange. I like that they run on their, like, front legs. That's very funny. Desert Raid, Plate Skull. No. Wait.
Negatory. Those are protected by the...
Okay. Let's just grab all these Raid Plate Skulls. Yeah, I never played any Soul Calibur except for 6, so... I'm not terribly versed in them. I did enjoy playing as Geralt in 6. That was quite fun. I know 2 and 3 I've heard are like really, really top tier, and maybe one day I will like get around to picking them up and I'll try to play through them just to see what I think of them. Because I know a lot of people that are like, no, Soul Calibur 2 and 3 are like the best. The best of the best. So at some point I may pick those up and give them a look. Let's see what we can do here. If I talk to these guys, I don't suppose y'all can get me some evaporators, can ya? Possibly?
Thanks for your help. I don't think we'll try hold it. Did the company see...
Yeah, other questions? You know anything about sand people? Alright, nope. I guess we gotta go all the way back to town. See if we can get any info on where to pick us up some moisture evaporators to bring back to the sand people. Try to stop the attacks. We might actually be able to finish Tatooine up here in like one go. If not, we'll get very close, and then that'll work out. And tomorrow night, the plan is I want to do tonight and tomorrow night, and then take a day off, and then like I won't be streaming Monday or Tuesday night. We'll do a 2-day off thing again, and then I'll pick back up after that. So I'm hoping I can finish Tatooine, and there's going to be a bit of like interlude stuff we have to do after Tatooine. I'm hoping I can get those done between tonight and tomorrow. I'm thinking if I get at least close to done with Tatooine today, we should be on a pretty good schedule to do that. But first, we need moisture evaporators. I think, seeing as it's a Circa thing, we're just going to run to the Circa office and see if they'll sell them to me. If not, I suppose other options are we could try talking to the Jawas, and we could try talking to you there. What do you have available for purchase? Yeah, moisture evaporators. I usually sell to spacers. You don't look like a moisture farmer. What do you want them for? To exchange with the Sand People to stop their attacks. Exactly the kind of appeasement Zerka doesn't like to support in their policies. I like it. Two of the finest evaporators that Zerka produces. Of course, they only produce one model right now. Price is 400 credits for the pair. I won't break them up. They function best when linked together. Yeah, I'll take them for 400. You'll be able to handle the deployment. They're surprisingly light. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Come again. Alright. We've managed to snag ourselves some moisture evaporators. I don't really care if we sell these gaffy sticks. I suppose we can. As long as we're here, we'll sell the raid plates. I'll deal with the gaffy sticks once we're done with the Sand People. We heard Zerka's running scared from Kashyyyk. I'll bet the local office won't say a thing about it. I do, I'm the reason. Sell list. Raid plates. Is that just like a thing in my inventory now that I sell to him? Tick, 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 tick. Desert raid. Oh, these aren't very worthwhile. Okay. 24 credits a pop. That was not worth hunting them all down. That first one was worth 500, so I was like, oh, maybe these other ones will be worth like 200. And then we would have just made like, 800 bucks there killing the 4 of them. We made $96 killing the 4 of them. That was not worth it. Let's head back and see if we can just hand this guy our evaporators. Because things I want from the Sand People. I want info, I want the prisoners released.
Good hunting out.
If it is at all possible, I want Aziz released. And if we can find out what happened to Mission's brother, Griff. I'd like him released if he's alive. If he's dead, I suppose there's nothing we can do about that. I actually don't remember what happened with Mission's brother, because I tend to not... I think I don't usually bring her along on Kashyyyk, so you don't run into Lena, which means you don't get to follow the rest of that story. It's very easy in Knights of the Old Republic 1 to just miss out on, like, entire quest chains if you don't have the right companions with you on the right planet, which is why it could be a good idea to kind of cycle through people a lot. A lot of them have little side bonus missions or whatever that you'll only get if you have them with you on certain planets. Like, that's true for Bastila, that's true for... Later, I believe Juhani has a unique bit. It's true for Mission. Zalbar doesn't really, because Zalbar's kind of personal mission just is the entire, like, Kashyyyk story arc. Karth has one like that. Jolie's is technically there. It's that murder trial on Manaan, but that's such a huge deal that you're very likely to run into that, because anytime you bring Jolie out on Manaan, you're going to bump into it. I suppose it's possible you'll just never have Jolie with you when you go to Manaan, but why would you not? Jolie's great.
Huh?
Acknowledgement.
Alright, grab the gas mine. Let's see, I'm going to save here real quick. I think now that we're known by them, I don't need the disguise anymore. And I can just, like, walk in the front door. Kind of just watching to see if I get... Okay. Yeah, they're showing up as non-hostile now. I'm not going to push my luck by talking to any of them, because that might confuse the game and cause them to attack me. So we're just gonna walk right in the front door like I own the place. Ignore all these turrets. Sand Warrior is disgusted by your presence among his people.
This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us.
Tell him we have the moisture converters.
Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do.
Alright. What do we got? Read anything in the Sand People Chieftain's emotions, it seems he's surprised you've returned.
Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators.
I did see that E3 announced they're coming back next year, although they're also like kinda just happening this year anyway, even though it's not official. So, bit of an odd one. Tell them we've got the evaporators. Yes.
Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's Gaffy as reward.
Oh, that's quite the reward.
The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death.
Yeah, I have a few questions for him.
Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask.
Ask him about the captives.
Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. They capture many organics.
Let's start with Mission's brother, Griff.
Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this Griff defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them.
Yep, that would be Griff.
Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we could do it, Master.
Okay, ask about the Jawas then. Yeah, let's see about that.
Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish.
Oh. Cool. So we're just got permission to take all the prisoners we wanted and just get right on out of here. That's excellent. Let's go back to my other questions.
We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast him when you are done, of course.
Ask him about Sand People culture.
Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that that is much of a worry.
Tell me the history of your clan, yes.
Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories.
Oh. Yeah, ask if we could meet the storyteller.
Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales.
Ah, okay. How could I prove him a worthy warrior?
Translation. Translation. He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a great dragon, the largest predator on Tatooine. Fight one of those, and bring back a dragon pearl. Discussed. I think he's making fun of you, Master. He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing.
Okay, yeah, where can I find a great dragon?
Translation. Translation. There is a dragon in the far eastern Dune Sea, but he claims you could never defeat it. Here is a map to the area. Translation. There is a hunter, a Twi'lek, that is sometimes seen out there. Perhaps he would be of some help.
Got it. Alright, well, let's go back to my other questions.
Protocol. We should not...
Yeah, tell him farewell for now.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
Okay, this is going well so far. We haven't, like, glitched it out and they haven't all gone hostile. We've also gotten permission to take the captives with us. This is going extremely well. Do I push my luck and try to rob all their belongings? To examine the contents of the container, the Sand People begin to ready their weapons. They were looking for an excuse to attack, and you rifling through their possessions is as good as any. That is perfectly understandable. I just wanted to test it. We'll just undo that and carry on about our day. Alright, don't loot the Sand People's belongings. That seems reasonable. I appreciate there's at least one group in this game that is going to attack me if I just start rummaging through their stuff. What do we got here? We got some banthas. That's the exit to the Dune Sea. I'm not going to start rummaging through their things. It's fine. They're being polite enough to allow me to wander around their base. Warrior. Sand People female. Oh, they have unique face masks. Very interesting. Alright. What have we got here? Rubble pile medium. Ooh. The fancy medium rubble piles. This is... Oh, hello. With the ghostly giants that hold us trapped, the people of the sand, you are from the old city new. Aziz must have seen you coming. Are you a rescuer? You must be. Sand People said you can go. Run to Anchorhead. There are thanks you must have. The Jawas under Aziz will reward and trade. Find him and you will see. Aziz will wait by the walls of her city and open to the sand. He'll trade fair. Thank you. Alright. We've rescued the Jawas. The Sand People do not seem too upset about this. Where's Griff? Okay, that's the chieftain's hut. Where is Griff? He must be around here somewhere. Through here? Oh, there he is.
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead.
Griff, don't you recognize me? It's Mission.
Mission? Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know? I always meant to go back to Taurus's just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis. You didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
Well, that and, could you please get me out of here? You got a tough-looking friend there.
Sand People said you can go. Run to Anchorhead.
Yeah, you can find your way from there, right? Can you manage that? What? Is there something else?
Well, I wanted to thank you, and, you look like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, could you spare me a few credits to get back on my feet?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time.
So yeah, now what, Griff? What's going on?
You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know?
Sorry, Griff, I'm not doing it. Oh, God. I mean, I've got like 20,000 credits. Feck it.
That's it, huh? Figured you'd be able to spare a bit more than that.
Oh, you little
I'll
bastard.
take whatever I can get. Don't worry about me. I've already got a job waiting for me. Greta, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. Yeah, I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in a job, come see me in Greta's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
Huh. I don't think I've ever done this bit. Interesting. Do you think the Sand People would mind me rummaging through their skeletal corpse? No, they're okay with that. Alright. We're allowed to rummage through the corpse. Okay, so we need to figure out how to hunt a Create Dragon. And I think we'll call that for now. I think we'll stop here today as we get ready to go hunt the Create Dragon. Just to be on the safe side, we're going to head into the next map before we do that. The Sand People scripting is very touchy and can break very easily, causing them all to go hostile, and then you just have to kill the entire tribe. I would like to avoid that if it's at all possible. So we're gonna go ahead and just head on over to the next area. Like, I think they're fine with me picking the mines up. And we'll save over there, because it's less likely to break anything over here when we reload. But we'll come back tomorrow night. It started today about 3:30. We'll probably start tomorrow about 3. To wrap up the end of Tatooine, which we don't have that much left to do. And then the interlude bit. Twi'lek corpse. Hello? Thermal detonator. Odd. Yes, ending stream very shortly here. I have tomorrow night. I can probably go a little longer too, just because I don't work the day after. I do still work today. I actually have to check what time I start, because it might be like 7 hours from now, and I should probably get some sleep before that. But I have off tomorrow, so the only thing Monday. The only thing I have planned Monday is streaming Dragon Age, so I can do a little bit longer tomorrow. Robot's voice in my head. What HK? HK is phenomenal. He's such a gem. He's also super tall. Like, good lord. Look at that. That guy's got to be like what? Like 6'5", something like that? 6'6"? He's huge. Oh, I love his speech pattern thing that he like prefaces everything he says with what type of statement it is phenomenal. It's such a fun gimmick. They actually go a lot more into that in KOTOR 2. He does it here a bit, but it's not as common. HK is good in KOTOR 1 and absolutely steals the show in KOTOR 2. I'm looking forward to when we start KOTOR 2 so we can show off more of that. He was so popular in KOTOR 2 that they brought him back as a DLC mission where you get to find out what happened to him in Old Republic Online, because he's the only character that they really followed up on because he's just so fun.
Yes?
We're going to get to know a bit more about him too next part. We're going to finish up here today. Save here in this desert. When we come back, we're going to wrap up. We need to go talk to that Twi'lek right there. And he's going to teach us how to hunt a Create Dragon. And then we're going to hunt our dragon. We're going to go back. We're going to wrap up. We're going to learn the history of the Sand People. Wrap up whatever's going on back in Anchorhead. Figure out what's going on with Mission's brother. And then when we take off, there should be a little exciting interlude that happens where a big plot twist is going to occur. And the game's going to kind of enter into the third act of the game. And at that point, we're going to, some more backstory will open up on some of the other characters, some more stuff will play itself out. And we'll be able to kick our way off onto Korriban. At which point it is just Korriban and one final planet and one final dungeon after that. So we're getting into the kind of end of the later third of the game now, I would say. Probably about 4 or 5 more parts left to go. And I should hopefully get that wrapped up this week. And then we can start looking at Knights of the Old Republic 2. So thank you for joining. I will probably look to see if we have anybody streaming KOTOR that's got like 1 or 2 viewers, and we'll send a raid over that way just to help out some people that are trying to hit their followers and their viewers goal. I know when I was trying to hit affiliate here, that was the hardest thing, was hitting the average viewers count. So I like to try to send people over that way if I can. I also need to take a look at the ad settings, because I feel like it's running banner ads, and I did not give it permission to do that. So I would like to see if I need to tweak something in my ad settings in order to fix that. The settings I want, ideally, is... because I can't just turn them off entirely. If I could, I would, but it does not give me the option to do that. If I can set it up, I would like to have it just do one little short ad at the beginning, and then nothing for the rest of the stream. So we're going to try to tweak some settings, see if we can get as close to that as I absolutely can. So thank you for joining. I will see you tomorrow. We'll pick back up with the rest of Tatooine. Right now, let me save. Flip over to this. And see if we can find somebody that is streaming Knights of the Old Republic. That's funny. Is it really giving me a an ad on my own channel? Does it just force ads now, even if you're a subscriber to a channel? It's so weird. Oh, thank you. How's it going? That's very much appreciated. Oh gosh, I don't actually have the overlay for the alerts enabled here. You would normally get yourself a lovely little alert. Matter of fact, let's fix that right now. We will go ahead and add my alert box. Where is that? Alert box, add source. And you got your Dogecoin emote. There we go. If I refresh this, can I get my feed? Why is it not letting me, or why is it not updating? My mini feed did not show that subscription. I appreciate you subscribing very much. Apparently my mini feed didn't feel like that was worth letting me know about. Maybe it's because I'm on the ending soon thing. I'm not sure. If I flip to starting soon, does it work? No? No? Okay, that's fine. I just got it this week, actually. This is the first week doing it. I believe you are the 5th person to subscribe, so thank you. And yes, you've snagged yourself one of the fancy founders badges. I think the first 10 people that subscribe get to steal one of those. So enjoy your subscriber or your founders badge. I think you get to keep that forever. Yeah, no, they just unlocked. I just hit the goals like this week. I actually have to go and take a look at yeah, there's only one other person right now that is streaming this. Let me see. Are they actually in the middle of streaming right now? I'm getting an advertisement. They're doing a modded playthrough HD graphics, 1080p. Let's take a look and see how theirs is going, and we'll do a raid over there, assuming it is fine. Oh my god. I just want to make sure the stream isn't a complete dumpster fire before I jump into there, but this is a solid minute of ads. Are we good after this one? In 3, 2, 1. Stream will be right back. Okay, well, you know what? I don't have anything planned right now. The only other person streaming KOTOR at the moment is on a break and also has already hit affiliate, which is usually my big thing. I try to find people that haven't hit affiliate just so that I can try to help out smaller channels to get views, if at all possible. I mean, I'm still a pretty small channel myself, but any little bit helps when you're on your way trying to make your way to affiliate. So, thank you all for joining. I will be back tomorrow, and we will see more Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, and you know what? Actually, he just came back, so you know what? We will just go ahead and raid this person anyway. Give me one moment. That actually works perfectly. So I'm going to send you guys all over this way. Thank you all for joining. I will see you tomorrow.